I mean, that's a copyrighted thing. That's a copyrighted thing. So I'm not gonna say it, but it's not gonna say it. You were feeling the hype, but we're here. It is the moment for it's not the finals, but it's the final day that we're gonna bring VESL action, high school Rocket League action here before the regionals. I'm Chamaco09, and I'm here with the bestest. Hell Monkey Man! Oh, okay, yes, let's go. There we go.
There we go. See, we're actually going to stand like this for the entire rest of the cast. So I hope you guys are prepared for me to get a neck ache and for you to be astounded with all of the student talent that we're going to have tonight. Chamaco, you and I, we've seen an entire week of competition, and all these students now left with one single task at hand in order to get down to the final 24 and big regionals, big lands, and big times ahead.
Final 24. LAN events, everything from now on, it's going to feel special. It's going to feel bigger. It's going to feel like, I mean, if they're sweating right now, if their hands are getting nervous, imagine after this. But they're going to have the mentality now that they work for this, that they deserve to be there because they have been battling for the whole week for those spots. And we have now, I mean, the same program that we have been doing all week long. We're going to be doing two matches at the same time, and we're going to be switching from one or to the other. Today is best of fives, if I'm not mistaken, and whoever wins qualifies. Whoever loses, I'm sorry, it is goodbye for you.
Yeah, there is going to be another chance going into next time, into next semester, into next competitions, but we're going to go straight into gameplay. The first one on the docket is going to be Northside versus Noble Academy. This is a Coastal versus Independence matchup in terms of divisions. And, yesterday we had our first rounds of the bracket. There were still some blowouts because it was number 2s and number 3 seeds. The number 1 seeds coming out of group stages have been waiting patiently, and now it's up to them to really showcase and strut their stuff.
Yeah, we shouldn't be seeing that many blowouts. I mean, something can happen, you never know. Maybe there's a super strong team out there, like a Kryptonian team or something like that. I mean, I have the shirt, so like a Super Saiyan team. But we were not expecting that. Right now, great for president. I remember that guy. I mean, I'm voting for him. He's great with the shot. It is guy 128, the one that's going to take the rebound and put it on the net.
Gray for president may be a pretty neutral color, but they're able to set up in a positive direction for Guy, who's able to field that one from the opposite side of the box. North side being fended off in early action here in minute number 1. And yeah, just like Chamaco said, we're going to be seeing a lot of squads, and we're going to be flipping back and forth. So if you're not used to the ESPN Red Zone style kind of thing, you're going to be seeing a lot of Rocket League, especially because all these students are going to be playing at breakneck speed.
And we're doing slots of 45 minutes, basically, right? So
yeah.
we're done with two best of 5s, and then we jump right on the other 2 best of 5s, and we're gonna be doing that until we're done. And we also have action on the VESL GH here on Twitch and on YouTube. VESL GG over on YouTube as well. I mean, if you don't like Twitch, that's fine. I mean, you can use YouTube, right? I guess. But we are back on the action here, and it is North side moving forward. I don't know these guys too much. I haven't seen them, but they're attacking very well. They're putting the pressure here on Noble Academy. You see, Noble, they were forced to get that clear, but look at how fast North side's bring it up, and that was so close. The crossbars just denied that one, but that was a great shot from Northside.
And it was a great kind of 1-2 clearance play between all the teammates for Northside. We got to see them at the beginning of the week on Monday, whenever they took game number 1, but then fell into to Edgecomb's A team. And so I want to see if they've been able to put all that work to the test, and it seems like they have been. Noble Academy found some great counter clears, and then ultimately the first score of game number 1. But like you've mentioned, it's a complete difference between BO3 to BO5. They've had to really climb the ladder looking for this aerial control, and they found a lot of it, but they just couldn't be able to get behind that 50.
It was a good job of getting the goalie out of the way as well, but the 2 defenders that were not on the goal line, they did their best to stop that shot. Still, regardless, I mean, it is all North side. Every single time that Noble has gotten it clear, North side just they answer too fast. They move too fast with the ball. And look at this. Encrypted now going forward. Mori waiting for the shot, for the opportunity. He will make it a pass, maybe a second touch, and not able to do so. Encrypted another shot in the crossbar against denying the shot. I mean, I'm getting tired of the crossbar by now. Okay, I mean, we're gonna do something about it.
I think that crossbar got a bit thicker between the first minute and the second, and so maybe Northside is going to have to chip away at the underside of it just a little bit longer. They've been able to have a very lethal style of output. It's just nothing has gone into the net. All three players in Northside, though, they gotta be at least conscientious.
Seems like Northside is trying to do the power of friendship thing. You know, like maybe they get a triple pinch. And that's what's gonna give them like 200 miles per hour into the net of the opponent. Because right now they're shooting a lot. I mean, they're even going. Oh my God! Oh no! I can't believe that. Gray, don't miss that, Gray. That was an open net, completely open. He could have stayed with the ball instead of hitting it hard and dribble it a little bit and just make sure that the ball actually goes in. This is bad. It's still on the net, and no one is there to clear it. Oh my God, no one's there to clean the mess. North side, you're falling apart, guys. Don't do it.
The Wonder Twin powers trying to be Wonder Triplets, and yet when they find those connections, they've not been able to get into that actual goal line area, and they don't want to commit the third man because they feel like punishable attacks like this one are just gonna come up. And after knocking and battering at the door, it was 2 barred up, and Noble Academy will steal yet another one, forcing the defender to look at their own net and get it off the ricochet, and this one's gotta hurt for him here, Chimako.
But it was too powerful. Gray just put everything behind that shot. I thought it was savable until I saw the replay, you know? Like, I don't know about that. Now another nasty shot here. This time it was saved. No one there to get on time on the ball and get the redirect. The pass from Guy up in the midfield. It's going to be a catch by Maury J. On the wall, 8 seconds left, and nothing still for Noble Academy. But I mean, for Northside, but Noble Academy will just put the third one, just for sake, just because they can, because they're happy doing so. Gray with the hat trick, and Gray has been, I mean, don't need to say it, but unstoppable, completely unstoppable on this first match.
Yeah, they've had 100% ball participation when it comes to these goals. They had the initial assist to hand off over to Guy, and then they got the last couple of goals to make sure that Noble Academy is going to be able to walk away with a Game 1 win. That's a great put up by Noble Academy, but Northside, you know they're going to take a break, take a look, and take a measure to try and get their next attack going. But we go to game number 1, other side of this Pool 5 bracket, Havelock A versus Newbern A. This one is a Coastal v Coastal division rivalry, but only one of these teams will be able to advance on as we start the series up.
Please tell me that Disco Potato is great. That's all I want to know. Yeah, name.
I know Gengi is. I know that for sure.
Is it okay? I've seen Lloyd Austin yesterday, and he was popping off. Lloyd was doing great, and Sneak and Silent Bomb just being very helpful as well. But I mean, Lloyd was just carrying so he was carrying so much power on everything he was doing on the single plays that became enabling for Sneak and was the name? I'm sorry, Silent Bomb. So. Yes, just be careful. I mean, if you're Havelock A here, just be very careful with Lloyd because I think he's the strongest weapon on that team.
Yeah, that's definitely true. And what's been kind of funny is that now the past 2 days, the people that have Lambos have basically Xbox default names because I've seen now Silent Bum 443, and then the other day I saw Fearful Sonnet 65. So I'm not exactly sure who is making them up and who's not changing, but we have seen Newbern under attack. They send the house, and Chicken, well, they're not afraid of cleaning this one up. Havelock, they pressure them in. They get the first goal.
Well, what's the purpose of this? I didn't get it. I don't get Newbern. Guys, what's going on? You're better than this. You know better than to send everyone for that shot, especially the one that was on the crossbar, that was waiting on the crossbar. There was no need for you to jump for that one. I'm just leave your 2 teammates. You saw them right in front of you, and they had the clear basically. So just wait. Okay, please. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, that's it.
It's a matter of being able to keep yourself in a good mentality, because obviously we know that this is go time. This is the nerves being shook at this point. You have all of a single life left, both the #1 seed coming through, as well as the survivalist that was able to get through round #1 into round #2. And so you need to make sure you bring your A game, especially with both of these varsity A teams threatening. This is a difficult position for Newbern, as that one's going to bounce very awkwardly at the near side post. Gangi there to at least put some threat nearby, and Chicken is going to leave it to the stripes. Newbern has been incapable of escaping at this point because Havelock has really just been all over him.
Definitely. And finally they got one, but how long will they be able to hold onto that clear? And the answer is nothing. Definitely nothing. And Disco Potato! Yes! He's great! He's amazing! We just saw it! Okay, thank you, Disco Potato. That's all I wanted to see from you. Over Snake, over everyone. And that's the second goal for Havelock.
You could say he snuck that one right by Sneak, just able to get right underneath the ball and then get an extended aerial carry, and Sneak had no idea that one's coming off the 45, and away we go. Havelock continue to be the haves and not the have-nots, as Newbern continue to struggle to find possession. Disco Potato, another near threat, but it's going to clang off of the near side post, but Havelock has denied extension by Newbern's offensive from the midline onward, Chamaco, and they got less than 2 minutes now to get 3 as Disco Potato keeps frying them up.
Seems like Newbern is getting locked in their net, right?
Yeah, lucky.
Okay, cut it out. That's it. Charlie, you're watching. Please don't fire me for that one. But okay, 3-0. I was not expecting this. I was definitely not expecting. I've seen Newbern play. They are pretty good. But Disco Potato, Gangi, and Chicken. I mean, when you see a team with a guy named Chicken, no disrespect to chickens, I love it, but you don't expect anyone serious. But these guys are showing up right now. This Potato with another shot, Gangi just almost getting the rebound and putting it on net. So Newbern having a lot of issues right now on defense. They are not finding ways to get the clears. They're not finding ways to hold on to that ball, and they're not finding ways to stop the shots from Havelock. I mean, they're missing the shots, but not because Newbern is doing anything particularly good on defense.
Ooh, but I do like this kind of touch. Silent Bum is trying to take on literally everyone, and Chicken wants to maybe steal a roller, but the bowler will go through. Disco Potato secures their hat trick, and everyone on Newbern, they smelt they were looking at the goal line. They smelt opportunity at the middle of the pitch, but it was just one big find as it made its way to the back third, and Havelock will deny even a single iota of opportunity to turn into a goal. Newbern, it's a 4-0. It's a game 1. This is that kind of game in the series that you have to wipe off quickly, because game 2 will be coming at you pretty quick.
It happens, so sometimes it does happen where the game 1 is a blowout, and then you can recover. And I think Newbern has a team to do so, right? I've seen it many times. I think they're strong. I mean, they wouldn't be here if they were not strong. That's a fact. So yeah, maybe rub this one off. Don't pay too much attention to it. Just try to make amendments, adjust whatever is not working, and focus on the next one. That's it. I mean, 4-0. Okay, it didn't happen. No, 5-0. Okay, 5-0. It's getting worse. I was trying to give them a pep talk, but it's getting worse.
Yeah, but it's getting worse. But also, whenever I think of Rocket League, once you get to about that 4-0 mark, everything from here on is just a blur. It's just add it on. You're kind of just trying to press on to the next part of the series. This one, they're padding some stats. They're really bearing down on the attack. That's something that Newbern needs to focus on when it goes into the next game, is how they are being suppressed from being able to even find green grass between themselves and their own net. They are being absolutely just kind of crushed backwards, and it's at the likes of this aerial control by Gangi and Chicken, and Gangi wants to make sure their name is up in lights just as much as Disco Potato and Havelock. Well, they've made a statement here at the beginning of the series.
I don't know if I'm gonna pay too much attention, as much attention to their names as Disco Potatoes, but I'll keep it in mind. But who knows? But,
it's an accent. It's an underline. Just extra.
But I'm with you. Yes, after a 4-0, 3-0, after that you stop playing as hard maybe as you should, and it's like, okay, whatever. 6-0 might be the same as 4-0 at this point. So yes, Havelock gets the win. GG's for them. They look strong. I mean, I'm very impressed with the team regardless of what happens afterwards. We're back here with Northside and Noble Academy, where it is Maury J going with the first goal early on in the match, only 50 seconds here, and he is getting that goal. I mean, Gray tried to get the clear, but something went wrong.
That's got to feel just amazing, though, Chamaco, because Northside was consistently forcing Noble Academy to put their heels to their own goal line, and then they never broke. And then they would win on counter plays, and then suddenly they're down 3-0. This time around, in the first minute of play and here in game number 2, Northside's able to find pay dirt in the back of the net, and that's going to be so much better for them mentally. They knew that they were putting up some great 1-2 passing plays. It's just a matter of making sure that the counter doesn't find them lacking. And this rotation is getting a bit chippy as Mari goes for some bumps, able to open up some green grass and space. Maybe some of that dribble will be able to manifest something as we go through the first 90 seconds.
Yes, I'm with you. They had really good ideas in the first game. What a save! What a save! What a save! And now they have the opportunity for the counter attack, for the fast break. Gray is just too fast. He was able to rotate on time. Guy is in the air, but I don't think he has a touch. That's opportunity, but Maury J was too far away. He didn't risk anything, and I don't blame him. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it didn't. Maybe from his angle, it didn't look that safe to go for the ball. Now there's an opportunity for Guy once again. Somehow Encrypted Savage keeps that ball on the other side, and now going for the pass for the center. Who's going to attack? It is Frezzy with the shot. Nice catch up from the corner and getting now the 2-0 lead for Northside.
This was all Encrypted Savage consistently 50ing, and then Frezzy making sure to play the floor as lava with the ball. That was great challenging by Encrypted, especially on the earlier goal opportunity before that one was ultimately becoming a shot, since they were basically full respecting the touches from the defense. And now the defense has evaporated for Noble Academy. Northside finds a third.
Here we're flipping the pancake. I mean, I would say the tortilla if it was in Spanish, but you get the point, right? It's the roles are switching between these two teams. Northside now doing everything right on the offense, and Noble Academy just seems lost. They don't know what to do in defense. In offense, I can't say too much about Noble Academy. You know, they haven't looked horrible too bad. But on defense, it's like, hello guys, I mean, you were doing better before, or maybe it is just Northside becoming way better than offense.
I mean, this is Northside. I think they were doing this well at offense, but Noble Academy has taken a step backwards to their defensive positioning, as well as just their reactions. They've really kind of not been able to be comfortable on their own goal line. You're seeing Northside now getting a bit cheekier, trying to maybe even play for fakes or timing, just to be able to draw someone out, and you're approaching that 2-minute mark. It's not been Gray and Guy that's been forcing Northside and to be on their own striped goal line. Instead, Noble Academy has been just kind of looking at what can develop back here. Browhat actually has been able to trade in as well, so I wonder if maybe there's some switcheroos going on with them. But Noble Academy, they want to find a response, but otherwise Northside's inflicted the same amount of damage that they received before.
But by the way, you call him Browhat, I go with bro what?
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
Bro what? It super is. That's bro what.
You said bro hat, and I was like, bro what?
That's perfect. Oh my gosh.
I think right now the thing is that the main cannon for Noble Academy, it was great, and in Northside they just noticed completely, and they're shutting down Gray completely. Gray hasn't been able to do anything offensively, and Northside now is once they figure that out, they have a lot more time to be offensive instead of playing defense the whole time.
Man, human brain is a crazy thing, because I knew that was bro what in game number 1, and then it was like, oh no, it's Browhat. I think I watched too much. I think I watched just like a smidgen of One Piece before I got back over here. But with 45 seconds remaining, Northside, I mean, they're right back in. I think that this is exactly what I was expecting of them. Their offense was existent. Now it is their defense that sometimes commits the same kind of folly, and they do allow Gray to at least get a spark of motivation, and there's actually time to get two.
a little bit of well, two mistakes here. The first one, the clear didn't happen, but the second one, I think they tried. Maury J, I think he tried to go for the demo over Ray, and just couldn't hit it. But demo would have been clutch to actually get Gray off the play and then not allow that goal. Gray with another shot on the net, and no, this is not over. It ain't over. No, Gray still attacking, still making things weird. Maury J just leaving the ball on the net, and guy 1-8 finishing it up.
If Northside surrenders a 3-0 lead in the final minute of game number 2, I don't know if they will have the mentality to bounce back into a game 3. It really will come down to how Noble Academy wants to take advantage, and it looks like they're trying to be able to do exactly that. Want to capitalize where weakness is starting to show itself. Guy loses possession. This is going to go down to the 10-second mark. Chamaco and Northside's just going to try and make the best defensive out of a great offensive.
I think so. They're going to keep the pressure. Just keep the ball away from. Okay, that's nice. I was gonna say keep the ball away from the Noble Academy's hands, but if you can get a goal as well, I mean, even better. So Encrypted Savage with a goal, and I think that's it. You can't score twice with only 2 seconds. It's impossible.
You'd have to pinch like immediately, like right here. But if this one sticks to the ground and bang, it's going to go into airtime. And maybe Maury will be able to find something else. But Northside will, in fact, take game number 2. They do not commit a cardinal sin of letting this one get into Noble Academy's camp. But we'll actually switch immediately over. And Havelock continues to be the haves as Newbern. Well, they at least got one, but they've got to find a whole lot more in 70 seconds.
I would like to know who actually scored from Newbern. I will be interested in seeing that. But regardless, it's still Havelock. Just locking them away. The defense, the offense, everything's too consistent from Havelock. And now Gangi with a shot, nice and safe by Silent Bomb. That why that was safe? Because it was a disco potato. You let the disco potato play the groove and dance with the music, and then you get the goal, right? What do I know? Maybe I'm a little bit biased.
You got to keep the rhythm going. That's how Disco Potato operates. And I'm curious too as to maybe who got that goal for Newbern, but we're going to see stats thereafter as Newbern is still trying to find a game. Havelock is trying to stay perfect from group stages all the way through qualification bracket. They haven't surrendered a game as of yet, and they've only surrendered one goal here between the previous and now here. Salambum and Sneaky, not one to be on top of each other. That's a big demo, but the ball goes the wrong direction, and that's pretty much insurance gained in triplicate for Havelock.
Chicken just getting the pass. That was, what a reaction time from Chicken. Just as soon as Disco Potato hit the ball and it went off the wall, he was in the air. 2 defenders from Newbern tried to do so as well, and they were not even close, not even as high as him, not even as close to the ball, nothing. So Chicken with a great reaction in that. Oh, they missed. Okay, whatever. Havelock has the win, and they are now up 2-0. So they have the match point. Switching back to Noble Academy against Northside, and Noble Academy, they didn't like what they saw on game number 2, so they started this one hot with the first goal of the game.
And it's within the same first minute, nearly at the exact same timer. And guess what? It's Gray for president. Gray continuing to showcase to us that they are going to be the leader on this team, both in terms of mechanical output as well as just leading the squad around. Big challenge there. But Encrypted Savage will not be able to get that one on net. They do pass into minute number 2, and again, it's Gray with the extension upfield. Northside really needs to rally the troops and get everyone to calm down so they can just make a connection behind the ball. What in the world? It goes through! Not calculated. Why not? Encrypted Savage will tie us up.
Yeah. That's like, bro, what? Again. No way. Okay. Calculated. It counts. You gotta be ready for those somehow. I don't know how you get ready for those, but still, you gotta be ready for those. So more work here for Gray for president. He will have now to carry his team a little bit longer, a little bit more on the offense. They need another goal. Guy now 128 going forward. He misses that one. It's left for Gray. That was a great play. Call it calculated as well. If Moist Esports does that, the old Moist, if they done it, then we will call them great. So I'm doing the same right now with Noble Academy. That was awesome.
That was fantastic. And great. It goes together. Just, milk and cereal, and apparently they just need to be able to continually link up. Guess who with Guy? It's GG whenever you put them together. Second man a little bit late, but they're gonna be timely with that shot as Mori puts it dead center. Both these teams refuse to leave this one with one player or one team ahead.
The takeoff from Gray a little bit too late, and well, I mean, you can't take anything away from the pass and the shot as well. So I mean, this is a guerrilla Rocket League right now, right? One scores and the other one is going back and score again at the same time. So the best players of each team putting on the jerseys and attacking. Now, Bro Wild very confused in that play. He didn't know when to go for the challenge. He waited a little bit too long, and I was getting scared for Bro Wild, to be honest with you, because I mean, in those situations, he needs to be more assertive, or maybe he needs the coaching from his teammates to tell him, hey, it is a good time, okay? We need you to move out away from the net and actually challenge. Otherwise, the attacker could be dribbling the ball, could flick it over him and do a number. So yeah, sometimes it is better not to wait that long.
It's an entire kind of role assignment situation. We've seen it over the past 4 days, and some of these teams and some of these programs still have players and students that are kind of learning into it. Encrypted Savage going for a negative angle dunk right over Bro What, but it will be off target. And yeah, if you're in that position between Guy and Gray, and you know that Bro What's on an island, you basically have to get them used to being called up to find that ball in no man's land, so it doesn't go into that same kind of shooting situation. Less than 2 minutes to go, still tied at 2. North side under fire between the gruesome twosome that is Gray and Guy. And Frezzy will be able to turn this clear, but it's going to be 100 seconds. And you got to think, can this 2v3 continue to work out?
It's something.
Can if he does that.
Make it a 3v2 now, but on the other side, okay? Maybe one of the north side players wants to change the jerseys. Encrypted, what's going on, man? Tell me, talk to me. Is everything fine at home? Are you liking school, or are you trying to switch from buildings? What's going on?
They told them they'd pay for their tuition if they put one in for them. But you know, sometimes you just have to find out who's the real the imposter among them. But a giveaway, Gray, they want to get in front of that ball. That's gonna be a shot nearby. Guy puts it off to the side, and that turns into an inadvertent opportunity. That one's gonna float up onto the backboard, but Gray realizes how that challenge was working out, so they will link up downfield. That one will bounce again through, and Noble Academy survived the storm, and they're going to be looking at least a doubled up lead.
It's weird because that was a play that where Noble Academy felt like they were doing the wrong thing, and then all of a sudden they're able to make it into an amazing thing. You know, a pass to Guy, and Guy just putting the ball away from everyone and straight into the net. And that's the thing, if you're north side, you're becoming a little bit more anxious. You want to do something because you're losing and there's only 1 minute left. So you're probably going to overcommit in some situations that you normally wouldn't. And that situation was a perfect example of something like that happening. So now 45 seconds basically on the clock, and 2-goal lead for Noble Academy. Much better score for Gray and company right now. So they just need to hold on to the ball a little bit longer and avoid any shots from north side. And I think they can do that. I mean, their defense is that good where they can actually do so.
And it's been able to just kind of just crunch down on north side. We saw them be awkward, chaotic. There was so much just kind of floor dribbling, and no one really able to get any kind of connection because Gray and Guy were both stealing so many of those punches. And the 1-2 counter has continued to bury them. Noble Academy finds a fifth and actually does 1 goal better than Northside did a game ago to get their own 4-2 win. So Noble Academy, I think at this point in time, they're looking to go up onto series point, and that means Northside's going to have red alert concerns going into game number 4. Noble Academy will just need 1 more to qualify for regionals. Northside's going to have to hit game 5.
And even though this match was a 5-2, it's still a very interesting series because you know that each team can beat each other. So that's, I mean, I want to see what happens in the end with that series. We're switching back to Havelock against Newbern, and Havelock is having no problems at all with Newbern A. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised with this result, Monkey Man. I thought that Newbern was going to be able to score a little bit more. I think they only had one goal in the previous match on game number 2, and that's it for them. I mean, they have not been able to score anything else so far. So, wow, Havelock, truly powerful squad. I'm sad that I didn't get to see them, but I mean, it's so many teams, so many series that we have been presenting in 2 different streams here on Twitch, and then another one on YouTube with a bunch of extra games that were not casted. That, I mean, it was impossible to get to see each school, but I mean, yeah, still, I wanted to see. I'm sad I didn't get to see more of Disco Potato, Gangi, and Chicken.
Well, you're probably going to get to see more of them going into regionals, as this one is all sewn up. A 3-0 sweep, and I remember seeing Havelock in the previous days of competition, and they look pretty darn good. We're going to be seeing them going over into the big regionals. They taking care of Newbern, and Newbern, good try, but we're going to have to see you going into the next semester and see what they can improve with going on. And honestly, for some, especially for a truly full trio of players, when you look at what Havelock brings to the table, this is a very tough opponent. So sometimes it's luck of the draw as to who is going to be that number 1 seed that you're going to face throughout the extension of your group. But we go into a very pivotal game number 4, Chimako. Noble Academy, they are 1 away. Northside fighting for survival.
I'm very intrigued with this one because in paper I see this Noble Academy roster and it feels like, well, they have Gray, which is a great player. I mean, great for president every single day of the week. Okay, you're my president, no doubt about it. But then they have Guy, solid player as well. Browat, regarded as a pure goalie, that's because maybe he's a brand new player in the game, right? And I mean, nothing wrong with that. I love that we have players like him in the tournament. They're trying to become better. But on the other side, I feel like North side, all 3 players are more seasoned. They're more or less on the same skill level, kind of. So it's like 3 players that should be doing really well against 2, but still those 2 are that good, you know, that are able to contest everything and be there on par. So I mean, I'm scratching my head. I don't know who's gonna take this in the end, but I gotta say, you know, as long as you don't find, as long as Northside doesn't find a way to stop Gray for president, they don't have a chance. Regardless, that was a great play here by Northside. You know, the passing play, that it was actually a 50 that was very well placed for Maury, and we got the first goal for Northside.
And that was a very diagonal lateral to be able to get over to their teammate just upfield. So a great 50-50 steal. And I like what you're talking about too. It kind of reminds me of like those Twitter polls where, all right, you get 10 points and here's like 3 worth 3, 3 worth 2, 3 worth 1. Do you front load 2 big players and then have maybe 1 that's not the same level? Or do you average everything out to basically a balance of 3? And Northside seems to be the latter, whereas Noble Academy, they've really kind of run with both Guy and Gray as their main wombo combo to try and find success. And like you said, if you get rid of Gray, who is just going to be smart enough to hang around, then maybe Northside will be able to take advantage, and he's really got to hit those opportunities when they present themselves.
Yeah, I mean, that was a given. That was a given. That was one of the freebies that you can't just say no, and he did. I mean, he just let it pass, get away with it. So they're still trailing. They're going for the pass now, trying to do as good as they can. You know, Guy and Gray on offense, and now another shot. Oh, that was so close. Another shot, and Gray with a save. What a missed opportunity for Northside. And I mean, it seems like both teams are doing the same, you know, that they're having great opportunities, not being able to complete them.
Oh, but another one as Gray comes through. Guy was looking for a pinch from the sidewall to try and lay this one up, but they at least planted to the box, keep Mari from getting a free touch onto it as they run out from their goalie position. And now the 2-minute mark, Noble Academy been able to equalize. MVP Gray for president is the one holding this team together. Northside got to huddle up, rally it up. Otherwise, they could be shut up and put away for this opening semester.
It really feels like there's a lot hanging on this match, right? I mean, there is, but the way they're playing, yes, they know it, they understand it. They're giving everything right now. And now, oh, God, you can't be missing that. Okay, bro, what? They told you to stay away, and you realize it. Okay, leave it for Gray. Gray now, well, with the, no, not a ceiling shot. He actually tried for the ceiling shot, but couldn't make it.
They were trying to at least maintain control. So if this one goes through for Noble Academy, you know that their defense has been able to deny Northside. Northside trying to poke and prod through the paper mache with some toothpicks and see if they can find that hole to turn into a massive concavity. For Ezzy, maybe a pass. They can't quite get this one on target. And so Broa will retreat. Great for President, looking for an extension, but I love Encrypted Savage trying to take him at the point of attack on the pass. That one will go too high. That crossbar getting a lot of action here from Noble Academy. You know that they've left a few points behind. Northside trying to find one all their own. It's floating in the stripes and they just can't connect.
Couldn't connect, and they're gonna be regretting that one if they go to overtime. Trying. Oh, so hard. Gray. He's got it. Another one. And Noble Academy 37 seconds away from qualifying to the regional. So close, but Northside, they gotta do something about it right now.
Oh man, that sounded like a engine revving the way you were saying Gray, and I'm sure that they are all revved up right now. They know that they are basically the full-on anchor, the point of attack, and the person that must build this team in the right direction. Northside, it's just less than a half minute to go, 23 seconds, and that's starting to get you a lot sweatier, a lot more nervous, and shaking in your boots, but you have to stay focused. They put one to the backboard, they get Browat to commit, and then everyone is starting to really stall out into the stripes. On top of them and overboard, but it's Gray! He gets a clear, and it's looking great. Northside with one last chance. Sidewall is arcing nearby, but the takeaway, trying to get underneath it, but it's going the wrong direction. Gray will secure it, and that'll be a kill that sends Noble Academy to the regionals.
Great. That's gonna be like that at home at school or something. Imagine if he's playing. You know, the three of them are playing in a computer lab, and they have some crowd over there. You know, that's what it will feel like for him, because I mean, he truly was the MVP.
Really was. Hands up as he walks into the cafeteria, and he's feeling like the hero that he is. But for right now, we hang our hands to dry because they were all sweaty. That was a good time, and we're going to take a short break. It's going to be even more Rocket League regional qualifier action right after this.
action is on the way. Hope you enjoyed those first two matches. I mean, they were great. The way, especially the way that it was back and forth. Okay, you never knew what was going to happen. In the end, it was my president Ray who was able to take who was able to take a Noble Academy with the win. Havelock, they didn't have any problems at all, and we are going to keep the action now with East Forsyth against West Guilford B, a B team here on the qualifying matches. I mean, that's gonna talk pretty big about the school, right, Monkeyman?
Yeah, I mean, being able to get both your A and your B team into round number 2, that's actually going to be a big play into a lot of confidence for this program, especially if both of them are able to progress. But you have to get past everything in front of you to include East Forsyth. And we're also going to be at the same time, I believe we're going to be doing Southwest Edge versus the other Newbern. And Newbern, well, they saw their A team crash and burn. Hopefully they don't follow in the same steps. But I mean, this is all that's left on the day. All that's left in your qualifier to be able to make it to the regional bracket. And we already start out in game number 1 with East Forsyth behind. And it's about all the West and East, and looking like Western Guilford is a little bit stronger so far.
Oh, West and East. I like it. Okay, let's see what happens here between these two opposites. And this Western Guilford. I like the patience. From Solo. Solo, a player that is very much an enabler. He looks around for his teammates. He starts to do things, but this ball is going as slow as it can and just getting to the net. I mean, I wish I was able to do that more often, but I don't know.
You can almost say this was a game of Where's Waldo, but not because they were lacking, but that big challenge, no one on the side of Western Guilford was ready for it, because that one boomed all the way behind, and Waldo maybe had the narrowest margin of error to try and get back to it. But unfortunately for Western Guilford, and very fortunate for East Forsyth, the math checks out, the parabola hits the right way, and 90 seconds will come and go as East Forsyth is trying to continue with this play upfield. Western Guilford, you made I mentioned a moment ago, they're really good about containing a lot of these possessions.
And Waldo was there trying to make the pass for a Solo. Mr. FC waiting. He waited too long. There's an opportunity here to attack, and it's going to be Skeletor going for the shot. And okay, good save. Very good save by Western Guilford. Skeletor going to be in this game now, waiting for the shot. And I mean, waiting for Skeletor to go from the attack to the cave. But I mean, I see it. I see what he's doing. That's fine.
Yeah, Skeletor trying to say, yes, He-Man, just trying to shake his fist to the sky and see if any of Western Guilford will take them on. And so far, they've really been maintaining this pressure. That's going to be a great put through. I'm just going to call them M's, unless there's like another way to say this one, but Mr. F possibly?
Mr. FC, that's the way I do it, but yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I don't know. No one has anything besides that. I'm trying to figure out what letters to put, what vowels to put between the M and the R, F, and the C. But I don't know. I don't get it. So, Mr. FC for me.
Well, they'll have to tell us otherwise. And maybe if they do qualify into the regional, we'll get to know exactly what they want to be known as. But so far, this has been Western Guilford playing at least, hey, come get me. You got to be able to chase me down. And East Forsyth has been barely able to fend them off. That was a crazy climb up the near side post, as this one still arcs nearby in a very dangerous position. 2 minutes approaching. Malink is able to clink that one just off the opposite side of Old Ironside.
Now, Milan, he had an opportunity. I think at least to go for the pass, and it seems like he decided to go for the shot himself. And when once he saw that he was not able to go for the shot, he decided, okay, I'm quitting on the ball completely. But there was an opportunity to go for the pass and enable his teammates to do something with the ball. Now the shot goes to the net, and Waldo was there to save it. The Skeletor keeping the ball in close to the orange zone. Milan, another shot. It's gonna be heroic ASP. I'm still, let me know how you would say that one. I'm still thinking heroic, but I don't know if it's gonna be heroicas, whatever. That's the only thing I can think about when I see his name. 1 minute left on the clock, and it is still Western Guilford with the lead.
Maybe it's heroic asp, and asps are in fact snakes, so maybe it's a very brave reptile. Maybe we'll get to figure that out, but they do get a demo, and that clears Solo off of the field, and this becomes a power play, but off of the respawn, all 3v3 up into that back goal line, and Skeletor kind of lost on the sauce, botting it up in the middle of the pitch, but East Forsyth has at least been able to find some of this extra floor space. Malink, they let that one drop into their own defensive half. Not exactly what they want to do, but trying to at least maintain possession. And that's Mr. FZ. Oh, they want to chase that out, but every single time they drop it into the midfield line here, Chamaco, Western Guilford is there to deny them.
And they're being aggressive in the midfield as well, as you see now. So Solo did it, Waldo also did it, Mr. FC denied to everyone, and that's gonna be an open net. Violet was able to survive here, but the shot from Waldo sneaks in. 3-1. I mean, that's a nail in the coffin for game number 1. Western Guilford will have this one in the pocket.
You never know where Waldo is, and then suddenly jumps at you from out of nowhere, and a bouncer comes through. Western Guilford, I mean, as long as this one doesn't pinch in the next 2 seconds, should be able to secure this, and they do by just burying it upfield, and that's what you got to do to get the game 1 win. East Forsyth is going to be looking for answers, and Western Guilford is going to be enjoying the love of a good dub.
Okay, so we got the first one on the pocket, and we are here watching Newbern against South Edge A. Newbern, the last hope of the Newbern school. They had teams A through Z. C was disqualified yesterday. A, we just saw a few minutes ago that they were no longer here. They were not longer continue on the tournament, and now Newbern B fighting against South Edge A. To be honest with you, I have seen Newbern B, but I have not seen Southwest Edge. Do you have any info on them?
No, not at all. This is all mystery to me. It is definitely like, all right, I get to see brand new players, and this is the flavor that we get to have develop over the course of a series. I haven't a clue who I'm supposed to trust in, and at this point, I know that Newbern as a program has depth going into their rosters, and that's really all I can count on. A big streak, a foot race upfield as they're looking for a chance to split the difference between these defenders. And honestly, Chamaco, so far, Newbern is receiving a lot of this offensive from Southwest, and they're able to find a lot of comfort in these clears.
Again, three decent players. They more or less in the same range, and you gotta be careful with each and every one of them. E.T. Void was able to catch that one and shoot it on the net. Divine is good, and Cutthroat Bear, I love the card that he has. No, I'm kidding. He's good too. He was doing decent yesterday. So yeah, 3 decent players. I don't know about Nuke Smoke's overrated and Chato or Chato or CH8 Atom. I mean, whatever. Channel Atom. I don't know, dude. I don't know. You make it difficult on me. But yeah, they gotta be careful with every single player from Newbern B.
Chatham, maybe a Jason Statham, just going to be an action hero if they can. Want to dive through, maybe a 1-2 handoff, but there's a couple of defenders that immediately leap there for Southwest Edge as they're trying to paw, tooth and claw, fight against Newbern, and this is becoming havoc in the box, nearly sneaking it through his Cutthroat as they had a chance. And then Chatham actually put one nearby enough that Newbern was recklessly having to rotate back to their own net. Divine gets a big body and boom into that demo, but it's been all of 1 goal. Newbern has received much of what Southwest has been throwing at them. They've not really had anything too threatening at net at this point in time. And Southwest Edge, it seems like they're kind of playing boomer ball and clear, trying to see what will stick.
And I think Southwest has had good moments where they create good opportunities, but the follow-ups have not been great. The way that the pass is set up, but then the shot doesn't go straight to the net, or not enough power, or not, they don't go for the bounce. Things like that. So they have good moments, but they're relying on only one attack to actually get the goal on the net, and that's tough. That's a tough thing to do against a decent team as Newbern B. Now Newbern trying here to waste some time and get ready for maybe a good action in between with every player. And it's gonna be only one player attacking. It was an ET Void. Now we see the demo. Chatham trying to go over Divine Gray going backwards and is able to get the save. Cut through Bear with the hit also, but no clear here. It is Southwest just keeping the pressure on the orange side of the field.
It just kind of feels like Newbern's defense, though, is caught on the upbeat, and they can't quite get down, especially with the nonstop touches that we were getting out of Southwest Edge. But as this thing gets a little bit more lateral than longitudinal, now it's Southwest Edge who's being caught on their own back half. And I love the aerial superiority by Void as they climb the ladder and go and chase that ball high. And now Divine doing much the same. It seems like anyone with the name Gray in their name is pretty much able to find output tonight. Newbern looking to bury Southwest Edge under this pressure. It becomes a full commit. The third man comes through, and they miss. Nuke smokes out.
You spoke about Gray too soon. He just went over that ball. I talk a lot about not waiting on the net for too long. You know, sometimes you gotta go before you think it's ready. But in this case, he just overcommitted too much. He didn't have that shot. He got too close to the ball where he was the last man on defense. And then once he was beat, it was a really easy shot, an open net for Southwest Edge. So right now we got a tied game, only 45 seconds on the clock, and it is Southwest on the attack. Once again, who's gonna overrated bot is waiting. He's gonna catch it. He's going for a shot, and Divine Gray is on the net to save it.
Void seems to be caught in no man's land. They keep trying to chase the ball as soon as it went over their noggin, and then because of that, they're not exactly in a great position to try and take on the next rotation. A double commit on the near side post by Newbern. Oh, and now it was a save for all of a second, but Chatham puts him in a box and beats him down. That's 2 in a row for Southwest Edge, and they have just broken through to get a lead.
That was a tough one. That was very tough for Newbern to actually get the clear, get the ball away from the net, but Chatham just making sure that they have the lead now with only 15 seconds left. I like the demo, but they have to turn back and get the ball right away. Don't let New Southwest attack once again. And actually, as I was saying it, Southwest attacking once more. They are not allowing any clears. They're going for the bombs. The ball has to just touch the ground for New Southwest to win. And yes, Southwest with the comeback, they're able to get the W here on game number 1.
Cougars, they looked like they were just tossing things downfield, but apparently the math was checking out and they were just gauging for weaknesses against Newbern, who does give up game number 1. They take 2 in a row, and we find them currently good to go to try and take the beginning of the series. We flip back over to our other one already in progress as well as we go into game number 2. Remember, Western Guilford, they found game 1, but this was not, it was anything but easy. They kept having a poke and prod, and I want to see what Waldo does into this game. They really seem to be the source of success for Western Guilford.
You think so? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it is a matter of games where they just switch roles a little bit in between games. Sometimes I feel like it's Mr. FC, the one that's attacking the most. Then I feel like it's a solo. So and as you said, you know, sometimes it feels like it's Waldo, the one with the most importance in the field, with the most presence on the field. But I feel like they're pretty even, each one of them on skill set and they're just solid players as a team. So I don't know. Western Guilford is one of those teams that everyone can do a little bit of something.
Yeah, I feel like it is very balanced. There were just some variable moments where you have like kind of, all right, we have to account for them because they seem to just be sneaking into moments that we didn't know that they would be in. So just a bit of extra stealth, if you will, onto the dexterity score for Waldo. This one has been a lot of East Forsyth upfield. Malink trying to get a clink straight into the back of the net. They take on the entire team of Western Guilford, and East Forsyth will be first on the scoreboard.
He got it. This is another player that actually can do a lot by himself against 3 defenders. Oh my God, against 3 defenders. Now that I say it out loud, it looks even worse. Oh my God, that was nasty. That was dirty. That shouldn't happen. You know, the kids have families. You know, You don't need to do them dirty like that.
Whenever the honor roll starts coming up, and grandma's just shaking their head, like, were you even trying to play? A big clear by East Forsyth, and this is starting to look like a familiar sort of rotation here, Chimako, because we've not seen Western Guilford really maintain handles on the ball, but that's a big win, and that becomes easy work. Waldo was actually working for a wide angle hook shot. Look how much they separate from the ball to get power, but it 50s off of Malink, and it still does what he aimed to do in the first place.
He got it, and that's the beauty and the bad thing, right? If you're the defender and when you're the last one in that situation, yes, you have to go for the ball. There's not much that you can do. You can't wait. It's 2v1, so you have to force something. But at the same time, you know, if you're unlucky, the bounce will play against you very hard, and that's exactly what happened in that situation. So we have a goal for Waldo, which, I mean, you're calling him out. I think it's your fault. As a caster, you have to take responsibility on that play. So now let's see if the other players just step up as Waldo did, or if it's Waldo. I mean, maybe you're the biggest analyst here. You can tell who's going to be the pop-off player in every single game.
I only know the person that if I were to ever play against them, I would probably lose. And so when I see that player, I'm like, oh, I would not want to be against them. Oh, and solo? Well, I guess that one's done kind of solo, considering that you had two defenders on net. They just find this one from distance. They weren't exactly from the goal line forward, but Skeletor, they just couldn't find the read. That's how Skeletor sounds. Okay.
It does. Well, I'm sorry for Skeletor, but Evil never wins. So yeah, he couldn't get that one at the moment. We're reaching the last 2 minutes here on the game. Western Guilford finding ways to score, and that one goes in. Heroic. Asp? You said Asp is a snake?
It's a type of snake, I believe. Unless okay. the National Geographic has steered me wrong. I don't know.
Okay. Heroic Asp then. Going against, I think it was one defender, but just bodying the defender, moving through. It's like, I mean, you don't go to the gym, dude. I do. I'm stronger than you. So the ball goes in, and that's all I'm gonna say. So it's got a tight game. I'm impressed with these two teams, and they are really going at it. It's two different styles, but it seems like, I mean, they're both working at this moment. So anything can happen right now.
Outside perimeter type of challenges from East Forsyth, and then otherwise it was Western Guilford who's been playing a lot more to the midfield, looking for at least winning some of that extra territory, going into that singular stripe significance. But Mr. FZ, they leave it behind. That was actually a big player that you had made mention of into this game and the previous game that got them so many chances to get those scores and get them ultimately that first game win. Malink telling Heroic, hey, help me out. And they're like, no, man, just keep this possession. We're going to go back and get some boosts, and we're going to try and reset. And it actually is starting to pan out with some extra space.
This is a good opportunity, but my leg. With that shot, no! Mr. FC, what's going on?
Oh, no.
The panic is real.
Oh, they don't know if someone's already there. They pre-flipped. You can't really like hurt them too much on that one. They flipped towards the ball. They had no idea how close that wall was. And I guess, you know what? That's just spatial awareness for another day to try and learn. So unfortunately for Western Guilford, they do give it up, and now they're starting to team bump, but that's a massive clear. Solo just needs the foot race win. The shot will be short. It hits the post. Oh, that was their best chance.
He did the AJG right there. No, you can't be doing that. I'm sorry, AJG. For those who watch RLCS, you know what I'm talking about. Regardless, Mylank, another shot from the ceiling, and it goes in. The defense crumbling in fear against a shot from Mylank, and we got the 4-2 2-goal lead for East Forsyth.
Oh, Mr. Stark, I'm not feeling too good. To ashes goes the defense of Western Guilford. East Forsyth rising to the occasion when they needed to the most so that they don't have to reverse sweep. They are seconds away from tying up this series as we go to a inevitable game number 3, but still to be decided. This one's going to leak to the back line. Skeletor just needs to make a connection. They do not. And with 9 seconds left, suddenly we have a toss-up game, Chamaco.
It's like, hold on. I mean, there's hope here. Oh my God, Heroic was so far away. I mean, nothing to it. 9 seconds. Okay, 9 seconds, Monkey Man. Here. Okay, let's give them some space to work. Let's see if they can actually manage to do this. There's for the pass. No pass anywhere. Soto, get out of the way. It is Waldo's time, and Skeletor is gonna put it down. Maybe, but Waldo catches it. The good catch. The ball goes high. He's going for it. Okay, good one. Okay, that's a good way to kill the ball. And okay, we gotta win. I mean, East Forsyth gotta win. So we're tied in the matchup in the series now. What a series! I'm really enjoying this one. The back and forth between the two of them. They're not knowing what could happen. It's a clash of styles, and I mean, definitely both of them have their virtues. Both of them have some mistakes, but in the end, it's a very fun Rocket League matchup.
Yeah, it's so far it's been fun to watch. East Forsyth, they seem to really just take advantage of when Western Guilford really commits to some of those mistakes. And Western Guilford, yeah, I feel bad for Waldo because in the beginning it looked like the first 4 minutes and 50 seconds they looked so great. That final 10 seconds they bumped both their teammates on that final possession for a 0-second time, and I was like, but you know what? You have a game leniency. You can go into game number 3 and say, you know what, my bad guys, it wasn't all me. But also, we can still do this. East Forsyth took advantage of us when we gave a little bit of weakness. But on the other side, we go into game number 3. We're going to be staying here because we did have the other game start at the exact same time that this one did. And it was actually a 2-1. We're going to see what those results were. But I'm very excited to see who's going to have match point at the end of this one here, Tamako.
One thing about Waldo, I mean, you don't train that 0-second enough. That situation where you gotta keep the ball alive. I don't think anyone at this level trains that enough. So it's like you're all on ball cam. looking at the ball in the air. You have no idea where your teammates are. It's so tough. It is. So Waldo, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. We're not gonna knock you over for that one.
Nah, there's only been what? Maybe twice in my entire Rocket League career that I've ever gotten 0-second goals, and both were on accident. But we were still hype, regardless. East Forsyth.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes, at least one of them, yes. But East Forsyth, they're so hyped that they send 2 defenders, or rather 2 attackers. And you got to think that nearly selling the end of that game, nearly throwing a little bit of it, they want to just calm everyone down when it comes to positions. I think some of that can lend itself over to Skeletor, and really about how this defense responds to some of this close proximity style offensive.
That was a close one. Skeletor was able to just flip on the ball and get the save. Malenka pushing through. The ball keeps moving straight. Closer to the orange end zone. Oh my God! Yes, closer and closer. Somehow too close, even too close. And Skeletor in the end, the bot gets the first goal of the match.
You know what? A bot's still got to score, and they're gonna. Skeletor coming straight through and stealing the Sword of Eternia and able to just pick the pocket and get East Forsyth in the right direction. Look, there's no one old enough to catch any of those references at all, guaranteed whatsoever.
I do, and I'm laughing.
Okay,
so keep
the kids.
That's fine.
The kids.
You know what? Maybe there's a parent or two watching. You know, it's just
That's true. Yeah.
So they gotta be your age, right?
Yeah, maybe. I've been told I'm a much younger parent than everyone else. But Western Guilford, this is their moment. Trying to be able to really just, I guess, do the same unto East Forsyth as they did unto them. It was a bit of CQC. They lost a close quarters combat. Malink has done so good about forcing defenders to come out to them, but East Forsyth is really corralling this Western Guilford team.
Okay, there's the clear from Waldo. Heroic steals that one. Moving forward, Malenk with the shot. It's going to be probably a center A opportunity for Malenk himself. No. Good thing that Skeletor actually was flying for that one, and Malenk waiting. The pass a little bit too hard. No. Perfect pass. Perfect on the play by Lank and Heroic, getting the second one on the dot. I mean, on the opportunity there on the net. I'm sorry.
Hey, regardless, it's on the net. It was a great kind of just overarching type of pass, and I like the timeliness of that very brave reptilian of Heroic Ask, able to get a Heroic Ask out of their squad, and now able to double up that lead, get some extra insurance well over the midway mark here of game number 3, which does not decide the series. It decides who has momentum and who has the keys to the city and to a possible punch ticket going into the regional LAN. Western Guilford, a little bit of time still remains. They just can't give up some of these freebies that so far, I mean, they've been able to just punch it with pace into the back of the net. And this is going to be a massive clear. It's going to be up to Heroic to connect.
But Malenk, that, I mean, he's been doing so much for East Forsyth. He's the one that's going to catch that one. Oh, yeah, Skeletor going for the pitch. That was a pitch attempt. He wasn't stealing the ball from Malenk by any means. They are in team. They're in sync. Nice shot. A little bit too wide. Too high. Skeletor couldn't get the bounce. Now, Mr. FC with the boost. And one more touch. It might be a pass, but Malenk with the clear. Waldo keeping the ball short on the blue end zone. Skeletor now up high from the wall. He misses. Solo clear, but stopped by Skeletor. Heroic in the air. Waldo was able to touch it, but it's going the wrong way. Solo has to do something defensively. The ball in the midfield. Who's gonna catch it now? I think Heroic was going for the bump of Malenk with the shot. He might be able to actually catch the bounce. The shot is wide. 50 seconds here on the clock, and I mean, no one actually. I mean, they're trying a lot. Esports is trying, but every time they have the opportunity, it's just we're gonna send it to the wall, not to the net.
Yeah, honestly, from what we saw with Western Guilford for the majority of this, it looked like the last minute and a half or so was just them practicing for 0-second time. They were keeping the ball up, but it kept just kind of errantly going wherever it could, and there was not a lot of method to the madness of how that one was just flip-flopping over the middle of the pitch. That one, Bowler, will be denied as Heroic steps up to the plate. Solo, working solo in this corner. They can't get boost, and they lose the ball. My Link is able to find what they need, and this one could secure it. Put him on ice. East Forsyth looking nice. Just seconds remaining. Western Guilford is going to need to play catch up and work for a game 5. They drop 2-0 here in game 3, and that's a series lead to East Forsyth.
Yes, they got the match point, the series lead. East Forsyth, the team right now, they're looking stronger. They're looking like the better team. They're controlling the ball better. The positions are good. Yes, I mean, accuracy, maybe, when they're shooting, the ball might be going in places instead of the net. But regardless of that, they're actually, they feel like they're rotating a little bit better than Western Guilford so far. By the way, I look for asp, and it is anglicized form of aspis, which is a venomous snake, basically. That's what it means. Yeah.
Okay, so there we go. All right. Well, and in case those of you that didn't know, the second game played in simultaneous fashion with us on this series in particular. So Southwest Edge was able to win game number 2, 2-1 over Newbern. And now that's red alert time as all the red lights are flashing, and Newbern needs to be able to survive here, as a reverse sweep will be necessary to qualify for the regional. But in that kind of idea, in that kind of moment, you just have to take it one game at a time. That's really all that they got left. Southwest Edge is under attack, but they get this clear.
They got it. They got the clear. Moving forward, it's Divine Gray now on the defense. The bot, the overrated bot, not the Skeletor bot, the overrated bot with the attack. Another opportunity for the overrated bot. This time to go for try to center the ball. There was a Shadow waiting for the pass actually, but it never got to his hands. So on the attack, it's Newbern. Newbern with the opportunity, with the attack! Well placement! E.T. Boyd just fooling everyone around and getting the first goal.
They thought this was going to be a power shot to the opposite side post, and so Chatham went streaking, but hey, made you look, rope-a-dope, and put it behind him saying nope. So 1 up on the board in 80 seconds. Newbern You got to build upon this, Chimako. One goal, that's not safe enough.
It isn't safe enough, and they know it. They know it, and they're gonna attack a little bit more, and they're gonna get it another one for ET Void. He's not phoning home. He's getting goals here in the third match.
Man, I love the overrun. You basically tell your teammate, yo, I've got an outside angle that's screaming at the net. You just keep rotating through, threaten the bump on the goalies, and they're finally giving Southwest Edge at least a reason to doubt. And yet, it's not with late time here in game number 3. You got to keep up this contact, and it's going to be exhausting for Newbern, but they have to do it consistently. Ooh. Oh, the shutdown, though, a big save keeps the third one away.
And that was a good attempt by Cutthroat Bird. He actually stopped after he saw that the pass was being made. He said, "Okay, ET Void has a better shot than me, so let me get out of the way." ET Void, he was not sure if Cutthroat Bird was going to stop or not, so he didn't dive into the shot as much as he should have to actually get that goal. Another possibility of a pass. Good. I mean, I like the dribbles, the possession that Cutthroat Bear is having, because he's pushing forward very close towards the net a couple of times now. And if he continues that way, it's a matter of time when he will get another chance to make a good pass, and his teammates, whoever it is, will get opportunity to shoot on the net.
Man, there's been a couple of times that I'm looking at kind of Divine Gray in this moment, and they were either just very in the know about the attack that Southwest Edge was not going to be able to put up, or ignorance is bliss, my man. And they just were unperturbed to just drive away from their net as the attack began. This one's going to flop nearby, and a great takeaway. What a save by Cutthroat. They get the bouncer, and now this is going to 50 laterally back in. Chatham already looking to capitalize on it, but the bouncer will be found by Void, who really has been the front-running MVP for this Newbern squad. It's an awkward clear, but they're now starting to joust in middle grass.
That clear, yes, it was awkward, but I feel like the rotations from Newbern B are so much better now on game number 3 than they were on games 1 and 2. Like, they're not into each other's toes. They're giving each other enough space, but at the same time being there to pressure if the possibility arrives, and just be there to give support to their teammates. So I'm very much impressed with whatever changes they made in between games, maybe the coach or something, or just even them talking about it. But defensively, they look so much more composed than before. Look at that play. Look at that play. The way that they were able to get the clear and the goal by Newbern B. And now, they're going to survive this round a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think that this is pretty much secure. Now, we've seen Rocket League magic happen a few times, but I think that Newbern has found at least some life for them to stay into this series. So game number 3, remember, you got to just isolate each of these moments and be able to turn it into multiples, into a series itself. Southwest Edge, they've been able to squeak by. They got a 2-1 win in game number 2. Newbern authoritatively have decided that they want to live on and that their entire story is not quite written. Regionals may be still in the far future for them, but Newbern, they've at least gotten themselves a game. And so, Chimako, I think that this one can be chalked up. I think that they're going to be looking fine. It's just about finishing it off.
I'm with you. We can move on to the other series and see how that one is doing right now, because this is Newbern's game, and we're gonna be watching a fourth game between these two. Okay, I'm told that we're gonna stick with this one until the end. So that's fine. Okay, we're gonna watch here this a few more seconds to see what happens if Newbern is gonna score one more. Maybe Southwest will get one just because just because they feel like doing a little bit better than they did in the rest of the match. But no, it's not gonna be any of those. Newbern B wins 3-0. Very fancy after losing the first 2.
Very, very true. And I think that we're going to be squinting to see if Void is going to continue being that player that really gives Newbern that chance. But Western Guilford, it's elimination alert. And East Forsyth, it's because of reasons like this that they are in the series lead at this point in time. Skeletor just goes for the 50, and it's been my link that has been absolutely crushing them from the sky.
This guy is He is the superhero actually that they need. He's been there the whole series, looking strong. I mean, not a weak moment for him at all throughout the series, and attacking very powerfully. He knows how to use the dominance to get power, and just flying very fast in every single opportunity he has. And Western Guilford, I mean, the players are solid, but sometimes they just lag a little bit against my leg. Look at that, dude. I mean, wow.
Cardinal sin. This is a party foul right now. Waldo over-rotated. It was Solo that was supposed to catch it, or Mr. FZ that was supposed to cover him, but Waldo has felt like they need to do more than is necessary to try and get this team moving, and that's a panic move. They thought, all right, I'm already here. Let me get it. You're facing your own post, my man. Let it go. You've got teammates behind you, and maybe a bouncer will sneak in. Nope, no way, as long as my link is around.
He's around, and he was around, so no score in that play. That should have been a goal. That definitely should have been a goal for Western Guilford. They are definitely panicking a little bit. They're feeling the pressure. It's a do or die situation, and it seems like instead of swimming and getting away, afloat, they are sinking little by little here on this ocean named Esports.
Yeah, they're treading water, but it's quickly becoming a very torrential type of tide. My link has been disruptive. They've been offensive. They've really been a nuisance at the VESL of Western Guilford. That one's going to squeak out to the second man, and Waldo's going to get behind it. Becomes a one-on no one. Win the foot race. Get upfield. Waldo's not going to disappear. This one they will get.
What a great dribble by Waldo. Oh, nice. Again, the third man, I've said it many times, so I'm not going to repeat myself. Just follow the quick guide, and don't do that, dude. Don't do that. Anyway, there's a chance for Western Guilford. They're down only one, and they have plenty of time to work here. So, yeah, things can happen. Solo, we need you to play with Waldo. Okay, or maybe do it yourself. Whatever you want, dude. Whatever you want. You got the goal, and it is Solo making Western Guilford a little bit better, a little bit more competitive here on game number 4.
You know what? Waldo was so sure that Solo was going to score that they went and found Mr. FZ and slapped him in the face and celebrated just before it even went in. That was confidence for this squad. So Western Guilford, they go down 2, they find 2. Now they're trying to find a lead as we have less than 3 minutes remaining. And at this point in time, our other series has actually already started the other game. And in turn, Newbern is up 2-0 in that game, which really, when you think about it, both these teams are trying to fight through a game 4 to force a game 5.
Yes, definitely going against the stream of both teams are here. Western Guilford and Newbern. That's an opportunity. That's a shot from Mr. FC, but Malenk with a great defense. Malenk with the opportunity of 1v1, and he decides to take the shot instead of going for the dribble. Another shot. This is crazy angle, but the crossbar didn't allow him to get the fantasy, realizing the fantasy. I mean, making the fantasy a reality, then realizing it's something different. My bad. But you got me. You know what I'm saying. Another shot, and wow. Okay, stop it right there. That's unfair. That's definitely unfair. That was
another
shot that my link should got. Okay, that one he got.
My link has been able to get 4 shots in 20 seconds. He got 2 very quickly on the initial sweep, a third from distance that was denied, and then the fourth one, he's like, you know what? Something is gonna go through. I am tired of this nonsense. Do not stand in front of me. And they put it off angle from the goalie. So East Forsyth will cut the bleeding, and they're gonna be able to rely on their front runner here in my link. As Western Guilford, they've been able to find some magic, but some is not all, and they're gonna need way more to force a game 5.
And it seems that there's fire on the other series because Newbern is up 4-0 right now. I was not expecting that score at that moment. Wow, Newbern. I mean, I knew you guys could score. I knew you guys had good offense in you. You were just not showing it up yet. But wow, 4-0. Really stepping it up here. But it's Forsyth looking strong. My Lank is still very hot. Like a very sure shot with everything that he's putting on the net. Waldo trying to get the clear, and it's gonna be my lane with the full boost tank. I'm scared here a little bit for Western Guilford.
Oh, that's a big turnaround as my link is able to find a big clear, and you saw all assets committed by Western Guilford. Guilford. That is an empty net, but guess who? My link right in the middle of it as Waldo will be bumped and now trying to secure one extra goal as insurance that is not found. 30 seconds approaching. Mr. FZ will let Solo go solo play, trying to work for a 50-50. They destroy Skeletor. Now they're looking for more. Waldo with a pass over to Mr. FZ, who will get there with some timing, and my link will get the denial. It is up to 20 seconds and 1 goal. Chamaco, Western Guilford cannot afford to be buried at their own back goal line.
Blue team is Forsyth doing everything they can to avoid an overtime here in this game. Number 4 Solo with this is not great. This is not great. It's gonna fall down, and East Forsyth wins the match. And I gotta say, series MVP, it's gotta be my link for me.
Yeah, honestly, a standout player, really able to just bring his team to the forefront, and you got to feel for a few of those crucial mistakes Western Guilford is going to see here. They're going to clean those up, and they're going to be able to get a bit of cleaner rotations. We're going to go ahead and move over to our other series as we do get to see East Forsyth move on to the regionals. This one, this time around, with less than 20 seconds remaining. I mean, we are secured going to Game 5, Chamaco. Newbern, if they complete this one, we will get a reverse sweep for them to make it to regionals. What a story that would be.
It will be a great story, especially the B team moving forward to the regionals. And with the reverse sweep, these guys, they have a lot of heart. I was talking with Pyro yesterday about how these teams, it doesn't matter how behind they are in the series or even in the game, they still keep fighting, you know. And I think this is the perfect example of it. Newbern, they were not doing so hot. Their offense was lacking, and somehow they decided, okay, let's change it. Let's change something. We know we're better than this, so we're gonna move forward. Actually, you know what? We saw the A team lose, the C team lost yesterday as well. We are the last hope, so we're gonna, stand here, put our flag down and defend it with our hearts.
You're the last one holding the flag stand. Make sure you carry that one onward. Cougars, Southwest, they thought the job was done at Game 2 after getting a couple, and since then it has been blowout after blowout. Newbern has found new life. I know that's a bear. I don't know what kind of bear, but they're acting like grizzlies with how hardcore they're fighting. We got to see if Southwest has the same kind of heart to stop this kind of momentum out of Newbern, or else they're going to get mauled all over again, and Newbern is going to be putting their flag into the winner's circle, or at least the seat of the top 24 here in the VESL GG. So we're going to go into game number 5, and it's going to be all about pressure. Who will turn into a diamond, who will simply become ash?
You know what type of bird they are? It's a cutthroat bird. It's right there. It's right there.
That's true. You're true. You're right. You throw it right there.
That's his profile picture. That's. They made it the logo of the school. Well, we got number 5 here. Let's get serious. This is all or nothing for both teams. This is do or die. Whoever wins this, it doesn't matter. 1 goal or 15, whatever is the final result. Whoever wins goes into regionals, and that's all they're fighting for right now. They have been fighting for, a whole week. Not them exactly, but the whole tournament, the whole event that we're hosting, it's been a 1 week long. So it's been quite some time here playing Rocket League, and it all culminates now for these 2 teams.
This is gonna be that moment where they're going to just be able to live on. They were in the same group as Havelock A that you saw qualify, and so they know what it's like to get scored against in big ways. And they actually came out as the 2nd seed through there, survived onward to be able to make it in and out of having to play against JP Knapp, and now against this standout Southwest Edge squad. We're still at 0s apiece. 80 seconds approaching here in the game. Number 1, Cutthroat Bear trying to cut the corner if they can. 2 defenders are there. Void, who also was one of the tip of the spear type of players, is trying to be able to bury one to the back end, but Divine Gray at least equalizes out as we find neutral space here in center pitch.
There's an opportunity here for. Oh, I thought Bear was going for the demo, and then allowing their teammates, his teammates, to take the ball and maybe center the make a pass, but it wasn't in the cards in that situation. Chatham with the clear, Divine Gray just catching that one up. He's going to shoot in the net against everyone, and Divine Gray opening it up for Newbern B.
Who cares if there's defenders nearby? Just outpace them, outrace them. That's overrated bot who was just a hair too wide of their own post. And so they use them like goalposts, and it is good. So Newbern finds first blood. Divine finding second. No, denied by Chatham.
Yeah, that was close, but they keep the pressure. I like it. There's an opportunity for another shot, another pass maybe. And yes, the pass is moving forward. Who's going to be there is E.T. Void catching the ball, going for the back pass. Oh no, Bear was not ready for that one. Divine Gray in a bad situation, in a bad position. It's still, at the very least, he had a lot of boost in the tank. He can't follow this one up. Chatham with the pass. No, watch it. Be careful with that one. Nuke Smokes was there, but this was crazy dangerous to go for that back pass.
Oh man, and now it turns into an extended offensive, a backflip save by overrated bot who's trying not to be overrated. They're trying to be 5-star. From the ceiling, an extra opportunity. Chatham will streak out of the way. And that's Void who at least gets a piece of the ball. Nuke Smoke's trying to pop smoke and go forward. But 2-minute mark, you said it doesn't matter if it's 15-0 or if it's 1. So far, we've only got a single point to put a blemish on the scoreboard regardless. Newbern trying to add to it, but Southwest is living on a razor edge as they continue to fight upfield.
Look at Newbern. Look at how strong they are in the midfield in controlling the ball there. But Chatham trying to do something about it. The ball goes back to the blue end. So overrated ball, a bot catching it. The ball goes high. He waited too long. Chatham couldn't catch it. Nuke Smokes did nothing with it. Cutthroat Bird went through everyone. I don't know how that ball didn't land on Nuke Smokes, but Cutthroat Bear just going underneath and then straight to the net. And Newbern still moving forward with the goals and leaving Southwest on nothing. For how long? The previous game was a 4-0, and now 2-0 so far. Southwest, where's your offense? What's happening with you guys?
I don't know. This is if they are able to win this game and keep it scoreless, it would have been a reverse perfect sweep. Being able to deny Southwest any goals through the last 3 games. The giveaway gifted to him. Christmas came early. Void looking to bury Southwest Edge and try and get themselves a secured reverse sweep to make it into the regionals. What a takeaway. Newbern Bears looking grisly.
And you gotta be very careful with how you put that ball in front of the net. You gotta make sure that it's a pass to one of your teammates, that you don't have an opponent nearby, because at this point Newbern, it's gonna make you pay for every single mistake that you do. Over with a bot. Let's go with the dribble over the defender. 1 minute left, and Newbern looking strong. That might be it. Okay, finally Chatham getting something here on the last minute. It is last minute, but you know what? Maybe they're feeling like the pressure is on them right now, and they're gonna start attacking and doing something.
Ain't over till it's over. Referees got to see that second and see the ball hit the grass. And right now, 2 goals is attainable in 54 seconds, but it's taken Southwest Edge having to score in this final minute. Do they take it by surprise? Bullet time! Oh no! This is not what you do if you're Newbern. Surrendering a second one, and suddenly Southwest Edge is battering down at your door.
E.T. Void tried. Oh my god, he fell into the ball after going for the block, which actually he blocked it. I think, you can count it as a block, but then he landed on the ball, and don't feel bad about it. E.T. Void, don't feel bad about it. There's nothing better that you can probably have done. So just focus on having the 1-goal lead and move forward. But Southwest, they gotta be feeling really good about it. They gotta be feeling really hype, and that hypeness can be deadly for Newbern if they allow Southwest to carry on with that momentum.
A lot of adrenaline in the veins, both in the booth as well as these players, and Newbern has to secure this win. They've done the work. They just simply need to send Southwest Edge away, and now they're starting to commit failure after failure to find the ball. And Overrated will take advantage, capitalize, and in a 50-second cataclysmic meltdown, 3 goals in a row, and suddenly overtime is looming, Chamaco.
It is a meltdown. This is the time where you go for timeout. You know, regroup, people, regroup. But you don't have timeouts in Rocket League, not in this moment. So what's gonna happen? 5 seconds here on the clock. Everyone flew for that one. That's an opportunity. Nuke Smokes trying to shoot on the net. The ball rolls on the ground. You get an overtime. A golden goal to decide who goes to the regionals and who stays at home.
It's no longer a reverse perfect sweep. At this point, Newbern is just praying they can get this goal. Southwest Edge, hashtag throwing for content? I don't know, but they've been able to fight their way back in this final minute. Cutthroat sends it upfield. The cross cut. Void sends it to the sidewall. A defender flies by. Everyone's pre-jumping to the backboard. Cutthroat trying to be a hero will be denied by Chatham, but still the attack is on, and it goes through! Void screams into the void and hollers back and says, Newbern, you're moving on.
Wow, what a way for E.T. Void to redeem himself after that misfortune, unfortunate own goal that he made. But now Newbern completes the sweep, the reverse sweep. They managed to win after losing the first 2 games, and not only losing the first 2 games, they were being manhandled by Cougars for a bit, and then winning games 3 and 4 perfectly, not allowing any goals from the Cougars. That was great. It was big. And you know what? After melting so bad in the last minute of the game, and still going to overtime and win the overtime, I think that speaks volumes for this squad.
To give everyone a heart attack, sure. Look, you do it for the parents, you do it for the memes, and you do it, I guess, to eventually get the dub. But congratulations over to Newbern, Southwest Edge. They're going to try and see if they can bring it in to go to the next semester. But you guys, you're going to allow us to take a break. We're going to take a short break. We're going to get into some next 7:30 plus matches here in just a moment.
Oh my God, the game is on. Okay. Kidding.
Are the mics?
There you go. There you go. We gotta do it. He's the bestest. We got it. We gotta do it. Yeah. So we are here. We're back with VESL action. We you just watch one game, in peace, in meditation mode, with no casters screaming over it. But we saw the Wake Youth Academy just being very, very strong, just going at it and not missing anything, just looking at like completely pros. That's basically what we saw. So if they keep this up, they're gonna be going to regionals, which is going to be in January. We have Monkey Man 3, not only one but 3 locations for this Magnus event.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun. You guys have been there before, and by the way, that was an awesome Chamaco NPR. That was great. I want to have that as my radio station all the time. But you get to have Charlotte, you get to have Greensboro, you get to have Wilmington, and so those are gonna be the showcases for all the games. We have a few that will be kind of standing off to the side. I believe that we will not be doing Fortnite as well as COD at those locations, but they're going to be still some of those completed throughout the week, as well as moving over to states. And the big qualification here, Chamaco, is how these teams, these top 24, are going to be fighting tooth and nail when at each of these regional locations. I was at the Panthers Stadium at the previous championship, and it is beautiful. I can't wait to see how these players, these students, and their families come out to support them.
We're talking about many different titles. Okay, so you're watching the Rocket League right now, but here in VESL we have Valorant, we have Call of Duty, we have Fortnite, and Madden. I'm not saying that all of those are going to be there on the regionals. We just confirmed that a few of them are not, but regardless, a lot of those will be having action in the regionals. So it's going to be, really good time where, if you get tired of Rocket League, or if you get tired of something else, well, you can get a break and then wait for the moment of the tournament that you want to watch. But it's going to be action packed. There's going to be something happening all over. I feel like it's going to be there with the bigger events, bigger gaming events where there's something to watch and something to enjoy every single time of the day.
There's a flavor for everyone, and just like we're seeing right now at the 420 mark, and both these teams tied up. This one was a blowout in one direction, but the Academy did see that first goal surrendered over to Western Guilford, whose A team is trying to fight for survival and maybe for that punch ticket going into one of those regionals. And that's going to be held the last weekend of January on the 27th and 28th, I believe. And then we're going to see the states and the weekend thereafter in the February 3rd and 4th. So make sure to mark your calendar. Make sure it's wide open. Invite grandma early. Make sure she brings her walker, because she's probably going to stand up and cheer for you.
Poor grandma.
Maybe grandpa too.
Well, grandpas and grandmas are they're faded right now. They're like they're 70, but they're still doing a lot of work. I know by a fact, because I have my parents here, 70 both, and they are doing a lot of work in my house. Like workers that I'm not paying anything, but they are doing really good job. So you probably can't do without the walker.
Yeah, shout out metal and rubber to allow us to stand and manipulate it into shapes that keep us moving and mobile. I know that my nana, she enjoyed having hers, especially after the old knee replacement surgery. Woo. But as we get older, we get brittle and we break, and we don't quite survive, much like these demoed cars that can just kind of bring us on back. And I'm seeing Octanes that kind of look like they are diet version McQueens. So I enjoy this. First 90 seconds, we've had a lot of trade of blows so far between Western Guilford and from Wake Academy, as it's been one surrender goal and then 3 in a row. And you gotta think, Chamaco, when you see a team like this from Wake Academy, this is one of those squads that really could be threatening the entire field, be it regional or even states.
I feel like it. I've seen this team play before, and they were looking as strong as they are now. And what I mean is, yes, against lesser competition, you expect them to look, okay, very, very strong. But as the competition goes, increases in level, then you expect them to not look as strong. And right now, when you saw that first game, you probably were as impressed as I was with the Wake Leadership Academy. And now on game 2, it's looking a little bit more competitive.
Ooh.
And I'm credit where credit is due. Western Guilford is not being intimidated by the greatness from Wake Youth and Leadership Academy. They are bringing it on and stepping up to the challenge.
You would hope that this is, especially for the age squad of Western Guilford, they just saw their younger, better brothers kind of fall off the face of the earth, and you would hope that they're able to step up to the plate. This is a very tough team in Wake Academy, but they're taking advantage of some of that speed, and as soon as everyone kind of overcommits onto that side, Rare was able to get there, and they do at the last second here as well, and that's one of those big looks as they work for a flip reset. They're maintaining much of this dribble. That was so good around 2, but Kami very patiently waiting for the back line.
That was a tough one for Missy Mode. I know it because I've been there. I have had that same situation over and over. Whenever the ball goes and you have to basically defend going backwards in the air, that's something where, guys, if you want to put quality time into practicing something, practice those defense. It's very, very useful. It happens more often than not. And yes, if you can do it, you feel like a superhero. If you can't, you feel awful. So I know how Mesimoto is feeling right now.
Yeah, that one especially, you got to put yourself in an awkward position and get ready to run those with repetition, because you're not often going to be given tons of free, comfortable space to work with in Rocket League. 100 seconds remaining. Western Guilford down in a 2-goal hole. They've been able to at least grab a couple of goals within good time in regulation, because if you look back to game number 1, they were pretty much buried under a heaping helping of extra offense that Wake Academy was able to plus up with. Kami very sure-handedly making sure that this team can run upfield. And Messy Mode nearly had a front row seat to another goal, but that one will be denied.
It was a flapjack and just getting there on time and denying the goal. I love the control that Fatu Kami is showing. He is going for a lot of flip resets. He's just having a good time, but when things get serious, you can see that he also can do a lot on the ground, move around, pass to the ball, and maybe make a shot. You see how he dunked on that one, not to the net, but still leaving the ball right in front of the net, so his teammates can continue on the ball. Messi Mode a little bit too late on that one, so Flapjack is going to win Impala with full boost, stealing another one, going for that shot by himself, but great save by the Western Guilford.
This is something that has to be manifested a lot more often, though, going into game number 3, because I'm feeling right now that it's just not going to be enough of their offense to get 2 more goals. I say that, but I saw 3 goals in 40 seconds, so maybe, just maybe, Rare is able to find a rare opportunity where Impala's lacking, but they are smacking that ball to the opposite side. Kami is going to find a ton of air. They extend this all the way down, and it is goal within their reach. They find a 5th. And they'll be on series point heading to game number 2. Western Guilford, they at least found a couple, Chimako, but they got to find a lot more.
They found a couple, but the thing is they haven't found a way to stop Fatu Kami. That's the thing right now. He is just too strong. That guy, I see him play, and he probably is very close to SSL level. I wouldn't be surprised if he is, but he's that good. And his teammates, they just know how to play with him. But the Western Guilford A team right now, they're just having issues with him. They're not used to that style that he's showing. Yes, they can stop a few flip resets here and there, but then when he decides to get really fast and put the speed behind the ball, that's when things get hairy, and they haven't had the chance. They haven't had the answer for those questions that he's posing.
Yeah, and then you got 4 demos, 11 shots. That's really putting extra pressure, off-ball play against Western Guilford. And so you got something like Wake Forest in front of you. It's gonna be tough to really bounce back with. So we're gonna be going to game number 3. And I'd put them at least in the GC level. They're pretty darn close to it. Just it's about control at that point, and really just doing with whatever timing that you can. Of course, when you have that stretch of teammates that may be at different ranks, they have to kind of adjust. But this is definitely going to be a team that I think is very strong from the 3rd all the way to the 1st. That is going to be tough to handle, whatever format that we end up seeing in regionals. So if you end up seeing them nearby, watch out. They could be a front runner.
They can. I mean, we talked earlier on this week about a few teams that were looking really strong, but I mean, this has got to be there on the list with those teams as well. So I'll be excited to see them participate in regionals if they make it here on game number 3. I mean, whatever. Even if they lose game number 3 and 4, if they move on later on, it's an exciting team to watch, and let's see if they can. I will be looking out and see if they can perform this way in a land environment, which is a little bit more hectic, a little bit more pressure, nerve-wracking. It's a brand new experience for anyone, and especially kids on high school level.
Oh yeah, we've seen big teams actually just kind of crumble whenever they get to those lands. We've seen even the ones that have had that experience because it just could feel different on the day. Ardrey Kell was the #1 seed into the previous when it was CMS and not VESL, and they ended up falling to the #4 of Olympic, who took it all. Now, granted, it was they who took it all, so maybe that's going to be the difference maker there. But it's truly about how you can weaponize some of that extra experience, and Kami truly has experience. They take a 1v3 and turn it into dubs.
Yeah, he actually did. Just moving around rare or rare. I want to say rare. Okay.
I think it's rare. I think.
I think so. I think so. It's a rare way of spelling rare. That's it. He didn't jump. He stayed grounded, and I think that was a mistake. Yeah, it took him a little bit too long to decide what to do on that play. And it's the fact that when you're not used to the things that some of these high-level players do, then you don't have it in your database. And when you don't have it in your database, you don't know what to do to counterattack those plays. So that's basically what happened there between Rare and Fatou Kami. Fatou Kami now attacking once more. Rare on the defense. It's gonna be taken away by Nimbo Strauss, but Flapjack keeps the ball hanging here on the blue zone. Impala tried to do something about it. Rare now catching. No, not catching. He actually missed the catch, and Fatou Kami was there to get the steal.
I think it's been Messi who's not been too messy with some of their maintains and holds. Impala looking for a pancake off the backboard, and as soon as you're doing that, a team has some depth, and they are very confident about what they want to do. But Nimbo Stratus finding a great bounce that actually finds its way leaking to the back line, and between Messi and Rare, they've been able to at least get chances at these pushes and these 1-2 connections upfield. But unfortunately for them, as soon as they start to congregate and stay a little bit too long on that back third, they get demoed straight out of existence. Midway mark of game number 3 is here. Wake Academy, they maybe need another goal or so, at least just as one. But they're in control of their series, and so far still this game.
Mode now, you were talking about him and Rare, both enablers. They were able to do something very close. Fatou Kami, being able to deny that one, rejecting the ball. Flapjack with a clear. Fatou Kami, unluckily for him, he doesn't have any hitting on the tank. Impala misses. Flapjack also misses, and Nimbo is able to get there to get that clear. That very much needed clear. Rare trying to go for the center. Not happening here, and Impala moving the ball away. Messi taking it away from Impala's hands, but it's Fatou Kami now in the air. This is dangerous, going for the flip. Reset, nice save from behind. Flapjack and Impala trying to keep the ball on the net, but they didn't have it. They didn't have the angles, and it was taken away. However, Flapjack very successful in maintaining, in putting the ball back in attack for the Wake Youth Leadership Academy.
Western Guilford has kind of witnessed the Wake Academy kind of taking some of these, I won't exactly call them lazy, but less than on pace type of shots, and trying to then work from some of these awkward 50s to then get themselves around the wall. And inch by inch has been a premium so expensive to have to pay because it comes with seconds that are burning quickly off of the clock. Kami, pure aerial control, no one up there to try and go against them. Now you do have the takeaway because they didn't get a great shot onto it. Nimbo Stratus gets some elevation, and Messi Mode is going to have to leave it for Rare. He gets boost, they get ball, they get a connection, they're moving downfield, looking for the reset. They can't do it. It's a 1-2. Woo! It's a great pass. The third man won't come in. They're trying to sumo wrestle their way in, and they just cannot.
That's just unfortunate. They did everything right, but somehow defense from the Wake Youth Leadership Academy was strong enough to keep the ball away. I mean, that 50 just kept the ball on the same place. It didn't move anywhere, and that was off of Western Guilford. However, they keep trying hard now. The ball is on the blue zone. Flapjack with the necessary clear. He gets the ball against the backboard. Fatukami waiting for it, just burning the clock a little bit on the last few seconds. Impala moving the ball backwards again, far away from Western Guilford A, and Fatukami with the ball in the air. He just needs to kill it, but it's in a dangerous place. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Wake tried everything, and they were so close. They just needed a little bit more time to actually equalize this match.
Oh, Western Guilford inches away. Inches. If they could just be able to predict that fast drop, maybe into the stripes, maybe they'd be able to chuck it through. But unfortunately for them, it's going to be a 3-0 sweep. And honestly, that one got a lot closer, I think, Chamaco, than we expected it to be, especially after the first game was such a big blowout. But congratulations go over to Wake. They're looking pretty good. And I think even maybe with that bit of doubt at the very, very end, that was just hard survival of the fittest. How high of a front runner do you put them in this top 24? What are you thinking right now from what we've seen?
After that one, I still don't know. I will have to check out the rest of the qualified teams just to make sure. Maybe ask me this one after the pause, and I can take a look at the whole teams, because we got a bunch of teams now qualified, right? We at least 8 on our side. No, yeah.
I think
6 on our side,
something like that. I think we've done at least 6,
and then 6 on the other stream as well. So
yeah, that's a lot of teams.
We gotta have we gotta have quite a few now. So yeah, I can check a few names and then let you know. But before this time around, I think they were top 3. I still think they might be top 3 in my head, but I gotta take a look.
Hey, you know what? That means there's a lot of teams that are going to be coming after Chamaco saying they're top 3, they're top 10, but we'll see who's on the top. On the other side of this break, 2 more matches left to go to see who can qualify for regionals. You're going to find out right after this.
last round of the day. We got 2 more matches here, 2 action-packed matches. I mean, you see the whole monkey man. He can barely hold himself. He's looking like a punch-out character right there, throwing punches. But we're near the end. This is the moment that it's the culmination of everything that we have gone through this week, going into the regionals that we're gonna have, more like 2 months, right? More like 2 months. So be ready for that. I know Whole Monkey Man has some news about things that we heard, maybe not for regionals, but pretty interesting. So Monkey Man, what's up?
Of course. So you guys have obviously been seeing a lot of games that are coming through when it comes to VESL GG, and then this is not the only one that you're going to be seeing. We started with Fortnite, we've moved our way through Overwatch, and we're here with Rocket League. But next week, we're going to be seeing some Madden for a couple of days. I believe it's the 14th and the 15th, as they're going to try and figure out what teams are going to make it into the regional thereafter. But actually, I think they're actually going to be going straight to states. The coolest thing about next week, though, working with Madden, they're gonna have a special guest from the Panthers. So I'm gonna leave that one up for grabs and see exactly what you guys will find out with that. But make sure you do check it out. That's gonna be happening, I think, 14th and 15th. I don't know when that is. I think that's like Wednesday, Thursday, something in that realm. But use your calendars, put that little reminder on your clock, and otherwise, Chamaco, we have just 2 matches left to go. Who will qualify to the big regional?
Real quick, 14 is Tuesday, and 15 is Wednesday. So
there we go.
It. And and the special guest will be on stream, so you gotta be paying attention for that one. I mean, we had a special guest here in Rocket League as well, right? I mean, you were there with a guest, or were you off that day?
No, we had Katrina. Yeah, she hung out with us, and then we've had you all week, Chamaco. You've been my special guest. Like, come on.
Oh. Okay. I gotta get serious now. Okay. You put a lot of pressure on me. Greenhouse A against them EZ. Those are the 2 teams that we're watching right now. Momo Go Loco yesterday was doing crazy stuff all over. I haven't seen Iron Welder, Crazy Shark, or the Deep One Bronze, but Deep One Bronze looks. I mean, that name just screams perfection.
It screams perfection and Smurf. Really, it truly does. But I wanna see where these teams kind of equalize out. So far, it's been a pretty balanced effort on both sides. Massive flick draws 2 defenders, and Iron Welder will be able to seal him up shut. They find that first goal. Crazy Shark, though, this is the power flick that set him up.
Well, actually, Iron Welder gave the pass in Crazy Shark's hands before that, and then he decided, I'm gonna Athena flick in a good way, okay? I'm gonna put it across on the crossbar, and it's gonna be a perfect pass for my friend. But I mean, the thing about the flick is that everyone was expecting him to actually put it on the net, not on the crossbar. So everyone decided to jump for that ball, and that was what Iron Welder needed to get that easy goal. So very well done, all the action by these 2, and now they have the advantage here with only 3 and 30 to go.
900 IQ play is really being established so far. A bit of a miss by Average Curse, but the follow-up is there and yet denied, as Iron Welder seems to be hot on the wall and hot on timing to make sure that they deny at least early looks by STEM EC. They've moved upfield, but Green Hope has sent player after player and some of these short strings of concessions. Now that's a double commit into space, and yet they only have Div 1 Bronze that presses out. The communication really is on lock right now, Chamaco. Green Hope, though they are pressured, they don't give up much of this without STEM EC having to be challenged by a player.
By the way, fun fact, STEM EC, they made it here by beating another green team. Is a green level. Nothing like Green Hope, but a green level. So
okay.
They have some experience beating green teams. I don't know if they are not environmentally friendly or what, but they're trying their hardest now to keep it rolling with that streak. So let's see if they manage to do something. That they're trying now to move forward, and Green Hope just, I mean, I said many times, but that midfield presence, it's very strong for Green Hope.
It is, but they've not been able to really establish that presence for very long because STEM EC has been crowding them in. Look how they actually commit their second man to go for a demo sweep of the goal line, and Momo Go Loco has to wait until the last second to bait the first man. And look at Crazy Shark waiting, but Iron Welder is able to doomsday dish and get the job done. A brief existence on offense pays out for a second goal.
Excellent play by Iron Welder. I gotta say, average curse, you should have been expecting that one, okay? I don't know if you had boots or not, but jumping on that one was a must. Was a must. And don't bring me the thing about not being able to see because of the post. They're invisible now. Okay, they're transparent, so not a big deal. anyways, no, that was a good shot. Good shot. 2-0 now for Green Hope.
Maybe they got the solid post modifier on. Who knows? Everyone will drop. Okay. Oh, there was a lot of trust. I thought that one was completely just walking in, but instead they did the math, did the angle, protractor in hand, and knew it wouldn't be threatening. Iron Welder looking for a Hattie, and though they get on top of the defenders, it doesn't challenge its way in. It's Crazy Shark and Iron Welder. That dynamic duo really has been doing a number to STEMEC's backline, and suddenly too much space is given up. They're going to try and drag it through, but they're at least stopped at the door.
And Deep One Bronze with the fake of the fakes. He jumped way high and then let himself drop and not hit the ball at all. Now, I don't know if it was a fake of it was calculated or not, but it took me off guard a little bit. 1 minute left here. Let's them it easy. Just not looking as strong as yesterday. They haven't been able to do anything offensively so far, and still trailing by 2 with only 45 seconds here on the clock. They gotta step on the clock, on the pedal now. I mean, the one thing is that even if they don't get anything now, I mean, yes, Iron Welder, good on you for having the hat trick. I'm gonna finish my thought. Even if they don't get anything right now, we just saw. Western Guilford B getting the what's Western Guilford? They managed no.
Oh, the reverse sweep?
Newbern,
yeah, Newbern came up big.
Newbern B, they were able to get the reverse sweep, after not doing so hot on the first 2 matches. So there's still a chance for STEMEC.
There's always a chance, as long as there's at least a few seconds and not too great of a differential. But yeah, this game ones, for me, are often the greatest variable of, I'll halfway ignore it. Game number 2, though, will STEMEC be able to step up to the plate? There's not enough time for them to find 3 in a row, and I'm going to be wondering about how this output from Iron Welder will continue, because though they may be an Iron Welder, everything they touch has been gold. Average Curse and the gang are going to try and bounce back, but Green Hope trying to shut down that green streak of wins, but we flip over, and Esports Legends, they're going to try and say they never die.
Okay. I remember watching Esports Legends. Was it with you or was it with someone else? I don't remember. Stinky Boss, really tough guy, really good player. However, I haven't seen Shelby high, and they seem that they have a lot of power. You see that goal here from SDSTE. Man, dude, something else you to say, okay? I'm gonna call you 96, okay? That's I'm gonna call it.
They put the numbers there, we're using them now. That's what we've been reduced to. But man, so Shelby High in blue and Esports Legends in orange. And Shelby High, I have 0 sample size to work with. And yeah, we did get to see a little bit of Esports Legends, and it was a lot of Stinky Bus and Kachow Kid, who I think that we had a talking point of, we don't know if Kachow Kid was Kachow Kid before the Kachow was put into the game. But
exactly.
Regardless, we do tie everything up. Esports Legends has been invoking some of that extended offensive, and number 96 jumped too soon, and this actually, oh my goodness, gets dug out from the back line until it's put away by Kachow Kid.
Kachow! There you go. Okay. He got the goal. He's making honor to his name. I like it. So Esports Legends going at it against the Shelby High. Shelby High actually got first place on their bracket. So they played Piedmont Charter B in Agri and Psy ECB. Agri and Psy ECB wasn't that strong, to be honest with you. So I don't know what to tell you about Shelby High just based on the competition that they have had, but they're doing good right now against Esports Legends, which we know is a decent team. So let's see the series or the game. I mean, it's only one game so far. Pretty interesting. Anything can happen. 96. I like that you call him 96, 96 as well. So I think we're on the same terms. So we're not gonna say SD STE. So that's cool. Thank you so much for that.
I mean, unless you want to call him like something like Sad Steve, I don't know. Just link up some letters that don't exist together. And as another kind of point of interest too, as we see even more interest out of Esports Legends with that great carry and just uncontested from the midline onward to the crossbar. Esports Legends was one of the few groups in the entirety of group stage play that came out with 3 teams all tied at 2-1. All at a +2 game differential. So you really don't know who was going to be the better seed or better team going into those 2nd and 3rd seed positions.
Wow. Okay. Okay, yeah, they went against Agri and Sai ECA, which was a great team in Concord High. And I think those two are going to be playing in a little bit, if I am not mistaken. Concord High and Agri and Sai. I might be making that up. I'm sorry, guys. So, anyway, let's remain here in this game here between Shelby High and Esports Legends. Shelby High, you see Jax moving forward from the wall, passing to no one. That was a pass that was way too forward for his teammates. They couldn't catch it. Sticky Boss missing the pinch on the wall, the Cookser pinch. Catch out kid getting the ball now with a full tank going off the wall. Unity Reborn. I mean, that was supposed to be an easy one, and I don't know what's happening here. The ball very close towards the net, but I mean, people from Shelby High hitting the ball in the wrong direction all the time, and it's gonna be Sneaky Boss taking everyone on. Esports Legends right now, they're just, inches by inches, just getting away from Shelby High.
You know what's crazy though is it feels like they're running miles ahead of them based on what we get to the score line, as we're just a little bit above 100 seconds. And Esports Legends, they surrendered maybe 1 goal, maybe a second. Crossbar will be favorable as this one ends up going to the high side, and we actually have 1 player that's departed. I wonder if that's a connection or otherwise, and maybe that could be a reason as to why maybe something kind of fell apart. We'll get to see that going into the later stages of the game. But Esports Legends, when you were talking about that group because of Agri and Sai and Concord, they did in fact play just a little bit ago. So we're going to be looking at maybe some results to go see from them. But so far, the results have been very telling for Esports or Legends as they continue to just dominate. And we find ourselves into a 5-1 and really in a 3v2 5-1. Esports Legends looking really good.
Yeah, no, they need Jax. Jax was moving around. I don't know what happened. Maybe power outage or something like that. I heard something about massive power outages here in the state. That might be some trouble. I don't know. I'm just guessing. But unfortunate that it happens on the day of the qualifier. Man, it's gotta feel bad. I remember one guy from South America. Maybe you remember. From INTZ, it was what was his name? Wow, I feel bad now. It's been a long minute.
To the Liquipedia
but anyways,
I go.
yeah. No, Reppy. So Reppy was in one of the qualifiers, and to go to RLCS, it just completely lost power. He couldn't do anything. And that was disheartening for him, for RLCS. So yes, I've been here as a caster for that moment and for this moment as well. Hopefully Jax will find a way to get back, because the team actually, really needs him right now.
Yeah, I got to see a bit of load shedding examples as well whenever I got to see some of that South Africa style play. So, it could be disconnection, it could be anything in the above. But regardless, Esports Legends, they take the game, and we're going to flip series and go right back into the action with STEM EC. Okay, all right, you had talked about them having that kind of offense. It was very absent in the previous game. Green Hope was just kind of grinding them out, but we're at the 82nd mark, and Green Hope is down 2.
Something changed, but I knew it. Just like I knew it with Newburns, I knew that STEM EC, they had the what it takes to actually do some offense here. I was not expecting them to win the whole series, or everything else, but this is more likely, more characteristic from this team that I saw yesterday. So Homo Go Loco, Average Curse, They're doing their part in the offense. There's an attack. There's a very good shot by Draco, putting that second goal for himself.
All right, so this squad looking very strong. Maybe again, game one was all of a misnomer. That was a big demo, as they were at least primarily in the way. Div 1 bronze was in the right position, but getting caught into a massive destruction derby. So 44 seconds, and STEM EC has done a plethora of pounding to the back of the net of Green Hope. And I think that it's inevitable that we see game 3, but also see game 3 with a tied up series. And hey, go loco, go ham, go off, guys, because right now I want to see a fist fight to the very end.
I do. I think both teams have shown what they can do, what they're capable. And you mentioned it. I mean, like the game number 1 is like a toss-up. Okay, so anything can happen. That was a very good pass from Crazy Shark against the backboard. Oh, so Div 1 bronze make it so good that Iron Welder was able to actually make it and get to the ball. I was saying, game number 1, a toss-up, anything can happen, but how you adjust after that, anything happening, is very key, saying, telling of how good the team is.
And they also had Iron Welder to have to deal with in triplicate whenever they were having they were having themselves a great start to the series. But now it's about really maintaining some of that output. There's not enough time, not enough distance, and not enough for them to overcome STEM EC. So we're going to be moving right back over into it as we have Green Hope now looking for a response, but we already see an early go. Esports Legends, man, they just continue to push Shelby high on the back foot.
Yeah, Shelby high, not having the best time. At least they got Jax back. That's the only thing that it's good for them. But other than that, only not even 30 seconds. And you said Redman just getting that goal. Chow Kid waiting here. He's moving towards the ball once more. Unity didn't get the save. That's bad. That's bad. Sneaky was going to catch that one, and that's going to be its second goal for Esports Legends.
Able to just bounce it through, and it was a bit of chaos in the box. Unity Reborn ends up getting upended and just can't get themselves rotated to the goal line. And Esports Legends, they know how to score. We obviously saw them put up just a plethora between Kitchow, Kid Stinky Buzz, and Redman, who's now getting readily involved. And Shelby High, though they have their third player back, it seems like they're caught in a bit of shock and awe sort of campaign, and they've been unable to find their footing otherwise, and they're just getting bumped by each other and their opponent.
This is bad. This is sad to see. Stinky Buzz is going to get another one, and he did. 4 minutes still remaining on the game, and already 3 goals for the Esports Legends. Man, these guys are good. I mean, we were talking about before, how do I have, what was the other team that we were talking about? Wake Young Leadership Academy?
Yes.
And man, I don't know. Maybe the quality of competition that Esports Legends has had is, I think it's pretty good once we put in their Agri and Psy EC as well. So I mean, this changes things a little bit, but I don't know. Too tough. Don't put me in the spot, okay, Monkey Man. I mean, even though I put the question back in.
So I feel like they have a position into kind of maybe the mid ground of the top 24. I feel like they could take on a lot of opponents, but I think that Wake Academy is right now at least a head and maybe a shoulder above them. I think they still kind of stick pretty darn high. I still think of teams like Ardrey Kell. I still think of teams like Olympic when what players they brought back through their student population. And so maybe I'm a little bit biased when it comes to the CMS district of everything. But otherwise, Esports Legends, they've been proving it here. They got a 5-0 and they did it in 100 seconds. We're going to switch things right around and we're going to go to a series that's a little bit closer as Green Hope is up 1 again. This one continues to be a flip-flop that doesn't stop.
Yeah, it's a back and forth. The ones that we actually love, that we want to see. Rocket League in very evenly matched teams. And right now, Green Hope, they make the adjustments. They get the first goal here. Let's see if they can keep it up against STEM EC. Missing that one, it seems like it was Draco. Oh, but he got the opportunity now for Momogo Loco. Momogo Loco with a very weak shot. It was very slow. A banger there. That's what they needed to put it on the net, and that would have been a great equalizer. Regardless, they got to deal with the fact that it wasn't, and now it's Green Hope on the attack.
Good news is, if you don't get that main shot, you usually get an extra chance to it. But we've also seen teams come up with way less than the Lions' share, and now Green Hope is finding their footing again going into this third game. This series will not be decided here in game number 3. There's still a series point to attain, and maybe a regional qualifier for whichever squad going into that game number 4. Momo Go Loco kind of playing with them and getting caught out of position, looking to challenge early, but still they are able to at least find a connection. And then running up even sooner as Iron Welder was trying to get back to the ball, and now all of STEM EC in a very strangled defensive rotation, and yet they at least win a 50-50 off of Crazy Shark and Average Curse, just trying to make sure this isn't for free. But Div 1 Bronze is going to get the demo.
Yeah, he got the demo, he kept the ball. Momo Go Loco get the steal now, and Devon Bronze is in the bad spot. Okay, everything went bad. In look at this. Look at how Momo Go Loco misses the ball, and none of his teammates were expecting that. They thought that he was in control, that he was gonna move forward with the ball, and then as soon as he misses, Green Hope just take advantage of that. Shot straight to the net and gets a second goal.
Able to just make sure that this team of STEM EC is never taking a step in the right direction, at least for them, as Green Hope is just burying them under a wave of, well, I want to say green, but they're all blue. But, you know, you get the same idea. Massive clear, STEM EC forcing the foot race, and Crazy Shark. I mean, we talked so much about Iron Welder before. Crazy Shark really has been the glue between them that keeps them going. Ooh. And just like that, they make it true.
Yeah, talk about Crazy Shark a little bit more. He's been great now in offense, in defense. That block was money on the dot. And now opportunity here for Momo Go Loco. He's going for the pass. Great redirect in the defense. Waiting a little bit too long. Deep 1 Bronze not even moving on the net. Iron Welder puts it on the corner. STEM EC was able to steal the boost, but Crazy Shark once again clutch with that clear. It's moving very fast towards the orange end zone. Draco gets the boost, lets Momo Go Loco play a little bit, but that was I mean, straight into the defenders. I somehow Average Curse was able to hit it, but I mean, that was a questionable play. Watch out now. That's very close towards the net. Momo Go Loco and Draco, not a good communication, and Deep 1 Bronze is able to get the clear.
Oh, but they're still at least being put into a testing period, a barometer check right now to see what kind of pressure they may end up being flustered more underneath. The 1-2, though, the defense coming up big for Draco. Still a winnable format and fashion at 2-0 with 48 seconds remaining, especially when you catch the defense unawares and Draco comes up with that big doink shot.
That was, I mean, such a powerful shot. Wow. And the thing is that you're looking at Momo Go Loco and you think that maybe he's the one getting the shot, but then Draco decides to make things a little bit more spicy, more interesting, and shoots the ball himself. I mean, that if he didn't put that much power in the shot, that would have been something I will get mad over. It was like, no, dude, that's my shot. But when he does that well, it's like, okay, dude, I mean, I see it. Oh, this is going in. Momo Go Loco with the save. Deep on Bronze, he got bumped, and now opportunity for the fast break. But no, Draco was nowhere near to get to the ball. He doesn't have any boost, so they're gonna have to wait and waste some precious time that they actually need to get the clear and try to go for some offense. But Crazy Shark is not gonna allow it. 10 seconds left here. Monkey Man! And that was not the shot that Green Hope needed. They were hoping for something fast. Now the pass, it's going to be Average Curse putting the ball on the other side. Crazy Shark, he needs to throw it down. It's going down, but Momo Go Loco receives it in. What a steal by Green Hope.
Oh my goodness. I love how back and forth this series is in particular. You can tell that this one is just kind of running with not just having to capitalize on mistakes, but also finding those immediate 1-2 counter plays. And the adaptation is being done a little bit more lately by Green Hope. STEM, I mean, they ran the score up against Green Hope in game number 2. When it's close, Green Hope takes it. When it's far and above, it's STEM. We're going to be going to game number 4. and just a little bit for these guys. But I mean, it was a lot about ball possession, and defense was where STEM had to live in that game. On the other side of things, because Esports Legends, we'll flip over to them. We'll see if this series continues on, but they had 17 shots. Wow. 17. They had 9 goals to nothing against Shelby High, and it's more or less a swan song. We're going to get a flavor of that one to see if they qualify into the regional on their other series.
It's no shots for Shelby, no assist, obviously. Demos, it was 10-1 as well. It didn't look good at all. So we shall continue this series. It's a little bit more interesting right now. Green Hope and STEM EC. It could go anywhere. And we have seen, I mean, we previously saw a reverse sweep. So in this case, STEM EC, they still have the chance to do something about Green Hopes. But Green Hopes, I mean, these two teams, they understand Rocket League. They understand the little nuances to be better, to find the weaknesses of the opponents and just make adjustments, rearrange your playstyle mid-series to just take advantage of whatever the other team is doing wrong. So I pretty much enjoy what I'm watching right now, and pretty much will be sad for any of these two to go home tonight.
And you know what? We have the #1 fan of the squad out there in the chat. So you know what? Give them some love. Be able to cheer on Green Hope and see what they can do. Because so far, they're doing it. Game 2 may have been all of a misnomer, because so far Green Hope's offense has been clicking.
That's the first one for Adam Wilder. Then they're not wasting any time, and they're involving Deep One Bronze now on the play. Which, I mean, he has been trying every single time to be there as well for the team. He's not one of those that stay on the net the whole time. But it was more of a Adam Wilder and Crazy Shark show, and now having him involved as well, I think it's very powerful for the team.
That's very true. I mean, both those. If you can get that third composite player to really kind of give both maybe your main duo a time to relax and some trust that they can rotate away, it changes up the game completely. But at this point in time, STEM EC, they're in a 1-goal hole, and they're in a 1-game hole that they don't want to continue building up against them. Crazy Shark, they go neutral 50. Bouncing forward for STEM EC, and they really need to have a game plan as they get upfield. Average Curse is going to find that connection, but they can't give away possession like that. They're letting the ball escape them, and that's really what's forcing STEM EC to have to rotate back to their net and giving these chances for Green Hope to just try and crash it.
Green Hope is creating a lot. I see. I mean, Adam Wilder, and he knows he doesn't have the shot, so he goes for the pass. And now another attempt here for the block for the dunk. Crazy Shark opportunity for another pass, well defended by Draco from the wall. Momogo Loco has opportunity on the 1v1 against Adam Wilder, but Adam Wilder too good on the wall. He was able to sneak in and get the steal. Ball back on the orange side. From the backboard, Draco, those are problematic. You're more used to actually leave the ball to the opponent if you're not very close to that kind of shot. And Adam Wilder now, he actually managed to hit it just enough to change the angle of the ball and confuse the defense. You see Adam Wilder, I'm sorry, it was, who was the, Draco was it on the wall, or Average Curse?
It was Momogo
Loco on the wall. He wasn't able to read it, and he missed the save.
Oh my goodness, that hurts, because you're in line with the ball, but your second jump is making you dive deeper into the net. So just weren't able to at least streak across with it. And at this point in time, STEM EC, it's not been a complete shutout, but it's been basically a shutdown. They've not been able to find at least presence on the forward side of the pitch. And as I say it, they double commit, but it's double the pressure, double the fun, and having this time Green Hope's lead just to 1 at the midway mark of Game 4. They need this win, Chamako.
And it was a great shot when you had Crazy Shark on the net and he was still not able. I mean, he was getting into the net. He wasn't right on the net, but yeah, couldn't make it on time. So now we have a more interesting, a little more spice on the match thanks to that goal from Draco. Crazy Shark over the defender, but Momogo Loco showing up himself on the defense. Another opportunity. Oh, Crazy Shark. No, it wasn't Crazy Shark. It was a Bronze. Crazy Shark against Draco. The ball keeps moving forward. Iron Welder. Easy for him. He didn't have anyone to challenge that ball. And Momogo Loco will take it back for himself to take some time and regroup. Oh, no. Crazy Shark. What are you doing? I mean, Momogo Loco, what are you doing? You let Crazy Shark actually get into that ball.
Oh, it's unfortunate because they knew the ball was arcing up, and there's one of two options there. As there was a little bit of a late rotation, Draco was trying to come in from the backside post, and if you decide, hey, you got to hit this, that's going to dangerously go to the near side and then crash. And if you decide to take it, you better have a lot of pace behind that ball, or else that's exactly what's going to happen. And they just work for the mega challenge and bury it back. 100 seconds left. The 1-2, and STEM EC will keep their dreams alive, but they are still chasing a tie.
But that pass, dude, that pass straight to the attacker, to Draco. I mean, average curves was calculated, definitely. I'm not gonna even ask. It was calculated. It was such a well-placed pass. And Draco getting a second goal here. I mean, if he can get the hat trick, it will be amazing for them. Whoa! He's getting crazy. I mean, Crazy Shark, you got the crazy in the name, but he has it in Spanish. He's going loco right now. Loquísimo está el chaval. Momo, go loco. What are you doing? What a way to equalize, to tie the match.
Get the hoodie that looks like a straitjacket, because that man is insane. Able to take away it. Oh, but the flip reset, it does get a small connection. But Draco now trying to isolate Div 1 Bronze. They win the touch, but it's not on target. So STEM EC still looking for a fourth goal. That's what they need to be able to complete not just the comeback, but maybe get themselves in a secure position to try and get themselves to game number 5. 70 seconds. Green Hope under attack. Brutal have STEM EC been in the last 30 to 45. Draco on the takeaway. This is going to fall a bit too wide, and Average Curse will commit.
He committed, but he stole the boost at least. Iron Welder off the wall. Okay, he continues. Shot at the net. Do overcommit by two players from STEM EC. Now an opportunity to attack, and they got it. I told you. I mean, it wasn't overcommit. It was a double commit, but that was enough to open up situations in Bronze with the pass and Crazy Shark. Too speedy, and he gives the hope to Green Hope A.
Anytime there's blood in the water, a small amount of weakness, Crazy Shark is there to gobble him up. They go to the top rope. They dunk it straight back down. 40 seconds. Was it just the tiniest spark of hope? Or is it going to be big green hope? The defense is in tatters, in chaos. They are shivering, but they are shaking and still trying to stir upfield. Crazy Shark is battered in the nose. That will bounce backwards. Draco wanting to win a 50, but Iron Welder is just a little bit bigger, looking to get one over one. They get it past 2 and a third. Momo go loco, go upfield. 15 on the board, Chamaco.
It is only 15 here, and STEM needs the goal if they want to keep themselves alive. But, oh my god, look at Crazy Shark. He's wasting time. He won that 50 against 2 defenders, and now the ball is going rolling down. Momogo Loco keeps it alive. Crazy Shark trying to kill it, but it bounced off the wall into the ground, and Green Hope wins that match, but it was so close, so spicy, so nice to see, so entertaining until the very end.
Nice. Congratulations goes over to Green Hope, as their A squad will be able to move on into the regionals. They'll join the top 24, and they will be at LAN. So, hey, number 1 fan over there, I see you, Youngkin. Make sure that you give them a pat on the back. You know all those players personally, so make sure to give them a thumbs up. But a great job as well over to STEM EC, as they were trying so desperately, but they're going to have to look to next semester. On the other series, Legends did end up winning in a big sweep over Shelby High, so they qualified to the big regionals, Chamaco. And, man, we've seen a lot of teams now. They're all joining the big show.
I'm kind of sad. I wanted to see a game 5, to be honest with you. I really wanted. Yeah, it was such a good series. I wanted to see a game 5 between those two teams. And you know what? I will like if in the future there was like a tournament for any team that couldn't make it to the regionals, you just have one more last chance, because I feel that there are some teams that really have talent, that maybe deserve to be in that, just like a last chance, like a wild card kind of thing. That would be great if eventually in the future we had something like that. Regardless, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm not complaining about the format right now. Just saying that I'm a little bit conflicted to see some of those teams leave because they were so good and so entertaining.
I would love to see a last chance qualifier. But you know what? There's so much great student talent out there. I'm sad that only a few seats are available at the table, but that's also what kind of drives the competition and makes it so just valuable for them to be as good as they are on the day. But you guys were great with us as we get to appreciate having you join us for this entire week of Rocket League. It was a crazy journey, but the journey's not over, especially as we have several games still coming up next week. As a recount to what we said before, Madden will be coming in. That's going to be Tuesday and Wednesday, the 14th and 15th, as they'll be doing their qualifiers to try and make it to states with a special guest that's coming over from the Panthers. But this one is done. It's over. You won't be seeing any Rocket League until late January, early February for both regionals and states. Chamaco, I had a fantastic time casting with you, man. It's always a pleasure to be with you in the booth.
It was a great time. I had a great time with you. Pyro was amazing as well. Novante was here. I didn't have the chance to be with him, but Votable and Barrel Lights as well. I mean, the crew was fantastic. The people in the back, the production as well. Pizza Time. We had Blasky. We also had Reed, which for some reason everyone hates. But I mean, everyone else helping out for this for VESL to actually make everything so smooth and so good. I've never been in a tournament with this type of production, where we're switching and jumping and back and forth with teams, and it went very smooth. I mean, to be honest with you, so I enjoyed it as a caster. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it as viewers as well. But I mean, I appreciate. Thank you for the words, man. It was a blast being with you today.
It's always fun. And I hope that you guys do come back to see even more competitions here with VESL, as you can find them on Twitter or X, whatever it's called, VESL GG. You can find them at the same thing on YouTube. Make sure to follow, click here and everywhere. If you see VESL, make sure to just follow, because the competition will never stop. That's the Varsity Esports STEM League. And of course, you guys got to be able to come back to us. For right now, tonight, we are done. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next time.